All right, streaming is good. Thank you for the people streaming. Ten three patches, 10-3. Just shut mine down. Okay. All right, we'll get it started in a couple seconds here. Once the Honda Civic drives past Mafia's window, we'll get started. Hell yeah, 107 humans in here. All right, I'm gonna time out Grayson real quick. Okay, timed out. Okie dokie, guys. We will get started here. Welcome everyone to the pre-launch community meeting for GRX 5.0. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, take those blinky hits first. Get ready, settle in. We're gonna get into it here. We're unveiling. We're lifting up the skirt of what is GRX 5.0 here for you guys. All right. So to kind of rip the band-aid off here for all you guys. There's no secret. 5.0 is a whole new
Where's
rendition of. Uh,
where's the PowerPoint?
oh, you
Start
want to do that first?
starting with the power. No. I'm just asking if you got it set for whenever.
PowerPoint's ready for when we get there for sure.
Okay,
It's loaded.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
loaded. Yeah, we'll uh we'll get there. We'll get there.
Sorry to interrupt. Do your thing.
Yeah, you're good. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a whole new edition for GRX. Um, to kind of rip the band-aid off a little bit here. It's basically a whole new ground up build. We basically started with a whole new framework, completely new, fresh, everything uh, from the ground up. So that was a very good start for us when we went and kind of took on this endeavor to start on that fresh framework with literally nothing but a map and a dream. So that's kind of how we built GRX 5.0, that fresh take, and that's kind of how we're building it with that fresh take. Um, and yeah, we kind of been working on it for a good minute now in the background and kind of been seeing it to you guys here for a couple weeks, and here we are, very, very close. So yeah, once again, like I said, GRX is going to be our next rendition at this 5M thing over here. Brand new, fresh, off the press, new framework, new QB, whatever the hell you want to call it. And basically, we're just going to take the time in this meeting, kind of show you guys what that's all about, talk about, all the important stuff. Is there going to be a wipe? Is there going to be this? Is there going to be that? And then answer any questions, show you guys some stuff, and maybe say a launch date if we're all
Yeah, for sure.
behaving. You
One of the
know?
main things with this build too on my end is I took a lot of time to make sure that everything is per se unique to us, instead of going and finding UIs or chats that we liked and were already made. I pretty much made everything from the ground up as far as UI, so everything matches and looks unique to GRX at this point. Um, Prodigy released a lot of their scripts. We are going to be heavily embedded with a lot of their stuff, from Criminal to Civ to 650 plus new housing shells that will enhance the walk-in housing environment. Lots of new stuff in regards to just random events within the environment. You guys seen the payphone teaser? There's some other stuff similar to that that's kind of like, I don't know, anybody's played games like RuneScape or games that have random events that pop up. Yeah. There's a lot of fun stuff like that to just fill your downtime per se, or when there's nothing going on, there's always something else to do. So
Yeah, like Mafia said, I mean, W to the dev team, especially Mafia, for taking initiative to kind of custom build a lot of the stuff that you guys are going to see in the city. Um, it's going to be, I think we did a lot of work on aspect of making it feel like our own, and putting that little touch on everything here and there, and making a lot of unique stuff. This is going to be, we're probably going to be one of the only servers to start out that's going to be running these Prodigy assets, um, this early on, as they just released um, a couple weeks ago. It worked out absolutely perfectly. You couldn't, fuck you, Esper. You couldn't, don't you ever say that. It couldn't work out better for our project here for that stuff to release, and then we get in and you know so really excited to get into all of that as well. At the end of the day, we're not trying to be like Prodigy, but they make amazing assets that we can, of course, build off of and use them for what we're trying to do here. So it's super exciting, and it just worked out very well. Um, I guess we can rip the big band-aid off, huh? And just get that out of the way.
yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say anybody who's been around this community long enough knows what's coming. So
Yeah, I pulled
it's
up
needed. I
a
think it's something that happens every
yeah,
year
so
when needed. So
uh, made a slideshow for this exact uh question. So let me just pull up my slideshow here and get it all ready for you guys, to kind of announce what we're going to be doing here. Let me do this. Let me share my screen here. And then if everyone's going to want to tune in, uh, the big question here, big old question. All right, boom. There is your answer, ladies and gentlemen.
on the
Yep, we can do it.
topic,
We can do it one more time here for the people that missed it. Is there going to be a wipe for 5.0? So that's pretty much the oh, excuse me, sorry, my bad. So that's basically going to be the answer there.
on the topic of wipes, we are in heavy discussion currently on moving into a season style setup here on GRX, where essentially every 6 months there will be a wipe, where you will be encouraged to start a new character. This is not set in stone right now. This has kind of just been spitballing in ways we can promote stories to actually end and people to try new fucking things for once in their life.
Yes.
But again, don't take this as like it's happening. This is just discussions that I feel like we could share with you guys. It's
mm,
we think it would be healthy at the end of the day, right? It lets you know, okay, I'm making this character. I have 6 months to make the most of that character, whether you build the arcs up and the arcs, whatever, right? The roller coasters in between. But
pretty much so. And like I said, it's all something that like we're of course going to build on as this kind of goes through, right? I mean, a lot can happen in 6 months. Some people may say 6 months a little quick, but in the grand scheme of it, we're also running out of time with what we're trying to do here with the 5M, especially GTA 5 world, right? So we're not trying to put pressure on anything either, right? It's just
yeah, and like I said, that's not set in stone by any means. It's just ideas and discussions we've had for the future of how we can, keep longevity and people not getting burnt out or stale stories and all that stuff. So
yeah, it's the biggest thing is we're just trying to look out for longevity of what people are trying to create here. Um, so boom, there it is. A wipe. It's not going to be a lore wipe or anything like that. It's basically just going to be assets, everything like that. At the end of the day, we can see, the inflation and stuff that's happening, right? It's needed, it's good, it's fresh. Sorry if people are attached to things, but just based on what we're trying to do here with 5.0, it's the best course of action to move forward. So It's not going to be a lore wipe or anything like that. We're working on a kind of like a lore post for you guys. Um, so basically, that lore post is going to entail like, hey, it's going to be. I think we're talking about it like a recession of some sorts.
Yeah, we'll
Potentially,
come up with something, but I don't think it's going to be any
yeah,
weird cyber hack criminal stuff this year. But
no, some kind
I,
of like recession esque into maybe some kind of purge event or something to where people can just go crazy and. Oh, sorry, I fucking forgot that's still up. Things of that nature. So, but we'll have a post for all that, in the coming week here. Once we kind of lock that down and get that locked in. That way, you guys have something to go off of.
and one thing I will say too is obviously don't make it weird in character after the wipe, talking about the wipe in any weird ways, right? Like try to immerse yourself in whatever storyline we come up with as best you can so that it doesn't get weird.
Yeah, nothing has
We
been.
understand that this whole thing of us having to do this and make up a lore story for wipes can get a little weird and odd sometimes, but we'll do our best to make sure that things integrate well. We just ask you do the same.
Yeah, like we don't need you to go tell Stacy over at Stroke Masters or whatever that the wipes coming. Like it's not in city knowledge yet, right? If anything, we'll say with announcements like, "Hey, this post is considered in city knowledge," right? Um, but that's basically the route we're going with 5.0. Everyone's starting fresh and new, and I think it's going to be good. So that kind of rips the whole band-aid off of that aspect of an update. So hopefully it's not too shocking to anybody. If you guys been around us for a while, that's basically how it goes. So um, yeah, it's a pretty big shit to start out. I don't know if you had a path to go down, Mafia, if you wanted to pick anything out that you wanted to talk about specifically, or it can go into a couple things. Oh yeah, sick, sick. All right, appreciate it. I'll just talk to you. What up, chat? So as far as the lore, same thing. I guess we'll go into the criminal aspect of it too, right? All gangs are going to absolutely reset back to non-whitelist status. Um, we'll get to I see you white. We'll get to that. Trust me, we'll get to that. Um, as it comes to gangs, especially the whitelist crews, everyone's going to be reset back to having to build themselves up for whitelist status. This time around, whitelist status is going to be a lot more stricter, a lot more looked at by staff, especially.
Yeah, and just touch
Um,
on that quick, like, don't let that mean like you can't be a gang. Anybody can RP, be in a group or gang, start out right,
of
prove
course.
themselves, compounds, etc. But this go around, like the whitelist crews are actually going to be the seeding groups for a lot of stuff that actually drive role play in certain directions, sort of like the factions.
Yep.
So we want it to be something that they earn, right? You're going to come in, make a group, prove that you're worth. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but like that we should invest the time in you running something, right? Or
Mm.
carrying out that style role play. You got to prove that you can handle it, and it's not something that you're doing to be, super rich, quick, or that sort of stuff. It needs to be role play first. So
Oh, most definitely. So like we're gonna expect everybody to kind of show up day one if that's the route you're gonna be and build your story again, right? I know we did have like a couple whitelist crews that just got whitelisted within maybe 2 3 months. No big deal if you want to keep continuing your story.
yeah,
This
for
is
sure.
just a fresh start at your take, right? And on a new opportunity to make sure you're proved, as a whitelist crew.
Yeah. That being
So
said, anybody who's in an active gang right now that has a compound that will carry over. Like you don't have to wipe your gang or anything like that. You just won't have that
yeah.
notoriety of per se of running something quite yet until you earn it, right? So
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna make sure all that stuff. We'll get to kind of the nitty gritty of like MLOs and stuff, gang stuff and shit like that. Uh, for sure.
somebody asked about the same character thing. If we go the 6 month route, you would be able to continue characters if you wish as well. We're not going to force anybody to perma by any means, but it would be there to
Yeah,
encourage that, hey, it's a new season. Maybe I try a new character.
yeah. The
As well.
biggest thing, especially even with this update too, I highly suggest people looking within themselves to try something new. It's very good for your creativity. It's very good for the server, everything, right? especially crews too. I've heard that a couple crews are trying some different things like that. Uh, so just something to think about as you guys are getting ready and rocking and rolling for 5.0, whether it may be whether you're in a crew or not. Um, so yeah, that basically resolves that. We're to kind of go back on what I just said. All these whitelist crews, we're going to bring you back down just to normal status. You guys are going to have to once again kind of work your story back up. Us as staff, is going to be very hands on with trying to make sure when we do pick these crews, they are the right people, right? And that just comes from watching you guys as RP, not seeing people in tickets. Bada bing, bada boom. Um, So that's pretty much the gist of that whitelist. We'll get a little bit more into it when we get into the questions because I know there's some questions about it. So we'll get a little bit more into detail. Um, and then, like I said, if you guys do have questions, just understand we are going to be doing a
I-
question
I'll
segment
touch
here at
on the
the.
panic thing here with that comment about the 6 month thing. I will clarify, if we were going to go the 6 month thing, the whole server would be reworked to fit that economy, right? It wouldn't be a grind fest where all you would do is grind for 6 months. I would adjust the entire server to fit the 6 month plan. So it
Yeah,
wouldn't be a grind. Don't worry.
yeah. Well,
It's not even a grind now. Trust me. If anybody was here in 3.0 or the actual start of 4.0, we were called Grind Rush. Okay. It was a grind back then. This past go around has been very easy. It was easy to get money. It was easy to get cars and houses. Don't get me wrong. You still had to work for it, but it wasn't a fucking grind like people are claiming.
yeah. I mean, the past rendition of Gold Rush 5M is a very long process and a lot of things. So, but we're trying to find that balance, right? And each time we try to rendition this, it just gets better and better, and we learn things, right? Um, so on to the next thing here. I guess we can. I don't know if you have any like touching topics you're wanting to go on, or I can just riff and kind of do some stuff. Up
I
to you.
mean, I got nothing off the top of my head per se. Go ahead with some
Got you.
questions or do your thing for a bit.
Um, we could. I know I promised PD a bunch of crazy shit, so we can definitely work on getting PD Band-Aid ripped off on that. Way it can be ready to go for the questions and everything like that, and then we can kind of start and get into the questions and maybe some kind of leaks and stuff like that, because that's when a lot of bread and butter. I mean, we could sit here and fly around and all this BS, but more or less want to hear from you guys, and then we can answer what you guys are interested in and show you off that. So let me make sure we're ready to go here. Looks like we are. Um, so, um, sorry, just getting some stuff set up, guys. So basically, in any server, government jobs are very important. We have looked into all the government jobs to try to facilitate them with better role play, things of that nature, right? Whether EMS, DOJ, and especially PD, right? These are the lifelines of what make a city great. Um, for DOJ, we're definitely working on trying to refine the whole legal system with finding judges or information for civilians to lawyers, things of that nature, right? Of course, you saw Mafia leak the DOJ app for the tablet. That's going to be a very big help, letting people talk to their lawyers, schedule things on the calendar, see the docket, bada bing, bada boom, right? And we're also going to try to boost up the judges, make sure there's more, people on that aspect and everything like that. Same thing for EMS. EMS is getting some more toys, making sure they're all good to go. We always love our EMS, and we're gonna make sure we always give quality role play to those EMS workers. They got a couple new whips and everything they're gonna be running around in. I think they're picking a place to work out of right now. I know we just had a meeting with them the other day. Um, so I think we're gonna start EMS strong. It's gonna be great. Respect EMS, love our EMS. They're
Somebody
amazing people.
Somebody asked about fire departments there quick too, to touch on that while you're with EMS. They're going to strictly stay two different departments, but there can 100% be fire. We actually have
Yep.
wildfires and all sorts of stuff now.
Yep.
So that could be super fun. But
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a merged thing with EMS. Obviously, you guys would be able to show up on emergency scenes and assess, but
Mhm.
you would not be taking over the roles of paramedics or
Yeah.
EMS per se.
We tried to do that and it just got too messy and people got weird with it. So we basically just have the facilities. We have awesome MLOs that are already in for fire stations. It's just whoever, I mean, if you're, is that something you're interested in running or possibly maybe open a ticket or something, maybe we can get it
Yeah, for
set up
sure.
structure wise if you guys are really interested in it. But all that stuff,
Either that or I can leave it like a civ job where it's like a
mm,
volunteer firefighter where you can just,
true.
if you could sign up for the job and go be a firefighter for the day if you
Just
want.
hang out. Yeah. Hang out in the fire station for a little bit. So there's that. And then for the last one here, PD. PD. Uh, the the hot topic of Polito Pulse recently. Uh, been seeing in the news a lot. Los Santos Police Department. So what I've kind of been, PD's always kind of been my PD's always kind of been my baby here from, when I kind of took on this position, everything like that. And I appreciate everyone that worked so hard in this past rendition of law enforcement here at GRX. I know there's a lot of day ones in the chat that actually been here since we opened the doors. But I think we had a good run. We've had our ups and downs for sure, but we have learned a lot. And we're taking everything that we learned in this rendition of law enforcement and putting it into this new image that we got for it. And hopefully, we take everything that we learned that was kind of maybe crazy or bada bing, bada boom, and make it better and just try to have, one of the best police forces you can find on 5M. I know it's very hard. People have a lot of opinions about how things are done and bada bing, bada boom, whatever it may be. But I do want to assure it's definitely always been my baby, especially all government jobs, to make sure they're running smoothly and people are getting the most out of it. And with what we got planned here with the new law enforcement, I think that's going to be the step in the right direction. So to kind of not make this a whole 45-minute segment, but we're going to be transitioning to a state police figure in the 5.0 update. Instead of LSPD, it's going to be the San Andreas State Police. With that, you can expect, all new liveries for the vehicles, uniforms, things of that nature, which we'll get into right now. Um, Pretty much is that we did a lot of work in the north areas of the map, Sandy, Polito, things of that nature, which we'll probably get into here very soon. So we expect a lot of traffic up there, right? And I'm trying to do my best to try to take PD out of a box and let them kind of get out across the state and make those connections, whether it be Polito, Sandy, things of that nature. So the state police aspect and the way that it is structured, which I won't go into too crazy in this meeting, like if you're interested in it, come on down to PD and we'll figure it out. But it's going to give a lot more opportunities for your average officer coming in to work in the north if you want to, work on the highway if you want to, work in the city if you want to, park rangers, uh, uh, parking enforcement. There's no locks, there's no bullshit, there's no nothing, there's no set roster. You literally come in as an officer and you have 15 options in front of you. It's whatever you want to do that day. If you want to go patrol up in the north and throw a cowboy hat on and throw a north sticker on the side of your car, cool. If you want to go in another hour, do you want to switch out of that and go and be a highway? Cool. If you want to go do a park ranger for a little bit, cool. Last thing I'm going to try to do with this law enforcement is stop people from doing what they want to do. We're opening up everything. We're diversifying a lot, but we're still going to be that united, not United PD. Don't fucking have PTSD. I hate hearing it too. But we're going to be that all-in-one law enforcement. So I think it's going to be fun. I think we have a good approach for it that lets people have that dynamic to where they can change every single day, whether it may be parking enforcement as well. Rodarius, do we have the parking enforcement out, bro? We got to get the parking enforcement out, dude, before we, you know what I'm saying? Before we show this off. So I'm gonna share screen here, and we'll show you guys
What's that
deliveries.
parking? What's that little fucking thing called?
I don't know what it was it
Oh,
called.
here, I find it.
Um, So I'll share the screen here, and we'll show you guys the custom San Andreas State Police liveries that we made for GRX 5.0. Is their own custom. What the fuck? Their own custom liveries just for us and the uniforms that we will be wearing here. So let me go ahead and share screen here. Everyone's scared. Hopefully, everyone rocks with it. Let me know if you guys can see here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. Now, this is going to be the new kind of look and face of the state police here. We kind of went with a simplistic look that's nothing too crazy. Just super clean, super simple, nothing too flashy, no BS on it, just kind of straight to the point. Um, all these liveries are actually made by our clothing dev, Rodarius. I think he did an amazing job on them. So W's for Rodarius. He took the time out of his day to work on the whole fleet here. To fully customize it to the new. We got the helicopters over here with the state police on them, Parquet, things of that nature. And then for the uniforms, we're just running Prodigy State Police uniforms. As you guys can see, very clean, very optimized. They match, this wasn't even like planned out. It just worked out. They match perfectly with what we got going on. You got the cool vests, things of that nature. We're probably going to still bring in a couple things that we have currently. But these models also have the like super sized bodies, which
I
he's
think
will be
Vidarius
running.
has set his one right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, which you'll see right here.
Yeah,
All
so
the
you can be
PD,
like
like,
you can be
yeah.
buff, you can be skinny, or you could be fat. So
Yeah, so now we got the
you
like
could,
the
you could
match.
have you could have arcs now, where your guy goes like
Mhm.
misses his diet and all of a sudden you're fat.
Yeah,
You
so
got to hit the
that's
gym, get skinny.
that's a big old boy right there, dude. He's missing the belt, but
Burger
God
skins.
damn. So he's got just too thick. Oh, like if you got PD vests and everything like that, we can kind of work something out. I don't know exact on that, but we'll still have some assets that we're using, some vests or maybe whatnot. I still have to go through that and confirm, but just for the basis, like the kind of nitty gritty. With
Get a
this is
pet
also
menu.
come. Yeah, I'll get you too. Um, on top of this, it does come with other like assets for like SWAT things of that nature. So another thing I guess we can leak to is going to be the clothing store kind of update, the UI update for the clothing store. We have heard you. So this is going to be kind of the new face of the uh, clothing interface when you kind of go into a store or
You can
things of
change the
that nature.
colors of the menu to whatever you want to, and all the clothing have
Yeah.
images now. That's the biggest thing. You don't have to just sit there and fucking scramble through everything.
Yeah, you can have lighting. You can like turn on a light too, and like you said, you can change the color of your, you know, or the fuck you want to color it. I don't know your favorite color. So, and then like I said, it's gonna have all. There we go. The clothing. You can kind of see it has all everything laid out, so you can see it. You're not spam clicking through the little fucking thing, and it's loading, and it's not loading. You're like, what the. So we have heard you on that aspect. Clothing wise, I think we have an updated, optimized pack of what we're currently kind of using, taking the best from that,
Yeah,
on top of Prodigy's civilian clothing pack. So once again, very customized or not customized, very optimized clothing from the team over there. So there's a lot of new stuff in here with optimized stuff that we've already had. I think one of the things that we always kind of were working with was the 4.0 clothing. So this time around, we made sure it was kind of cleaned up, optimized, and ready for 5.0. But
all the
there's
hair should
a
still be there, Dobie. Don't go worry about that. All hairstyles will be the same.
Yeah, but there's some like cool shit in this, like some of these backpacks and stuff too. Like fucking
The guitar.
yeah, like this shit's fucking wild. Oh, that vest I was talking about, this shit.
Oh yeah,
Check,
because
check
Prodigy's
this out.
faction stuff is in here too. So
Yeah, so a lot of cool shit for people to use in here, man. I'm excited, but like, dude, this vest is fucking sick. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy, crazy shit, dude. So a lot of updated clothing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, So yeah, that's probably the gist for the clothing menu. That's a nice little change. Super. Oh damn,
You got them boots.
damn, dude. Not bad. So that's kind of PD. The more we'll kind of be getting PD solidified this next week. So if you guys are in PD, you guys will roster will be coming out soon. Captains will be announced soon for the respective divisions.
Here, sit on the
Divisionists.
gurney. Not you. Not you.
Oh me. Oh
Yeah.
damn! You almost knocked it over. Gee.
I just want to show
Uh,
the glove box thing. Press F. Yeah. So
oh shit.
open your inventory. So
Okay.
we got the old search thing here. So you gotta click that. It does a little, oh, okay, Arc Raider style, Tarkov style.
Yeah, good little goodie. So yeah, I guess we can kind of go into the inventory too. This is basically a kind of
So the way
fresh
this
take
inventory
inventory.
works is obviously you can rotate things. Any sub container per se has a close menu so that it'll just show the header bar. So if you have a backpack on, when you open your inventory, it will auto open those panels, but you can hide them if you wish. You can drag them around wherever you wish. Click the bottom right information thing, Hawkins. Bottom right of your screen.
This thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In here,
Oh,
you can adjust the size, so you can drag this and make the boxes bigger if you need, or smaller if you wish. Underneath that, there's the part where your hot item uses show up. See the little down at the bottom circle,
yes,
bottom.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
This
So
thing.
wherever you click there is where your notifications are going to show up, like when you use a weapon or something. So depending on where you want that, it's just a little thing in there too.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Go ahead and get off the gurney.
Okay.
Give me that safety vest. That's
Uh,
another new way to give. It puts the bag in your hand, pops up like this. You pass it to who you want. Simple
uh,
things. I mentioned in the chat too. We got like a phone animation that's different. There's a lot of little things too that we've kind of took the time to put some quality of life stuff in. So
Also with this, which I personally love, is like say you have a pistol or something, you can easily just hover over it, click the one button on your keyboard, boom, hotkeyed. You have something else, boom, two, hotkeyed. Something else, boom, backpack, three, boom, hotkeyed. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, so
easy.
open it again.
Yeah,
So I just gave you two backpacks. So you'll have those slots now. You
yeah.
have a backpack. So drag your inventory. You got to click the unlock top right. Yep.
Yeah, this is all the way you guys want to do it. If you guys want to have, so it's all up to you. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you got the backpack UI right here as well, and then you can easily collapse that too if you want to just have it right there. Pop it open. Very versatile, very clean. I think it's a shock to some
Case
people,
like
but
Tarkov.
yeah,
There's some big backpacks. Yeah. I
yeah.
don't have
There's
any cases per se like Tarkov, but there's backpack containers that are bigger.
no, you can't put a bag inside a bag, motherfuckers. Like multi-bag Tarkov shit.
To touch quick on that question in chat, any like we said with the MLOs or any active gangs, will keep their items per se. You don't have to buy your clothing again if you're active. Somebody asked about custom prio items too. If you paid for custom prio items, anything bought per se in the last 3 months will move forward. So that being aside from if you bought gang clothing prior to that, obviously you can continue if you're still active. So no problem.
Yeah,
We
well,
won't
like
make
I
you pay for
said,
that again.
yeah, we'll get into the business and stuff too once we get into the questions. So don't worry, we'll answer.
Yeah,
So
we'll get there.
yeah, so personally, I do love this inventory. I think it's very clean. And then you can just make it the way you want it, right? And bada bing, bada boom. I think it might be different for some people to get used to, but um, I think it's a very good change and a
And then
nice little
obviously,
spruce up here.
as we go, it'll be an ongoing thing where you might see something be one size, and then next restart it'll be smaller or bigger, whatever. Right? It's kind of going to be an
Yeah,
ongoing quality thing where I kind of perfect the size of certain things, right? Because we don't
for
want things
sure.
to be too big or too small. So
Yeah, as you can see the HUD down here, don't mind the box that's above it. Usually you're not gonna have a map box when you're on your foot. That's just kind of, I don't know, bugged out right now. But like we're just going for a simple, clean HUD UI for this time around. Nothing too crazy, nothing. It's just straight to the point. With this, we're able to do a lot of stuff with the drugs as well. And we also made our own custom heli HUD, which I
oh
can,
yeah, you can
yeah,
tease that
potentially
if you
pop
want.
up, and hopefully I don't fucking blow this shit up here.
Prodigy inspired too, with their own
Uh,
take on it.
see
I
if
wouldn't fly because the turbulence shits in. You probably might
no,
as
I'll
well
just
You don't have
turn the
keys?
engines on
Yeah.
here. So like I said, we still have to kind of tweak some stuff and potentially move some stuff around, resize depending. But all new custom UI for helis and stuff like that as well. So you guys got your altitude and shit back. Um, I mean, from PD to the U, just sleek and simple is basically what we've kind of been going for. You know, it's nothing too crazy in that regards when it comes to things like this, and especially the HUD UI. Um, Fuck yeah, so that's pretty much for PD. There's kind of the band-aid ripped off. If you're in PD, you kind of know what's coming as well. We've kind of been in the works. As far as other PD stuff, we got remote spike strips.
Oh
We got a
yeah.
whole new weapon arsenal.
Smoke
Uh,
bombs, flashbangs,
smoke bombs, flashbangs.
new
Whole
MDT.
new, yeah, MDT fully reworked, remade to work better. Um, what else do we got? Fucking a bunch of crazy shit. Um, so yeah, remote spikes are going to be huge. I'm going to love that. We got flashbang smokes for our rapid action teams. Trying to think of anything. Oh no, trying to think of anything else. But that's pretty much for PD. If you guys are interested in PD, just stay tuned if you're not in it already. We're probably going to be getting set up the first couple weeks, making sure our processes are good. Um, and then we'll kind of go from there. We're still working on a Bearcat kind of thing. We're locking that in, but we'll get it sorted. Crown Vic is fixed. Hold on.
The Merit, I think, isn't it?
No, it's the Monarch. It's the Somebody, Rodarius in chat. Spawn code.
Wait, one second.
Monarch's pull Mon. Oh, I have to hold on, guys. I gotta clock in for my duties. Hold on.
It's Monarch.
There we go. Hell yeah. She works. Monarch works. Come on now. Big things, chat. Big things.
Oh, do you have a sound pack in?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
tire
yeah.
squeal sounds different.
Oh, the sirens aren't. Okay. So it's
You
almost
can sell the
working, chat.
MDT if you want. Are you set as a cop?
No, I'll set myself. Set job. What's my ID? Probably
2.
2A.
Yeah.
2 police. Looking for. Oop. Oh,
Sound packs is definitely a thing. Just don't get no cringe arena stuff where like your fucking gun makes firework noises and shit. Like a weirdo.
like I just have one that gives me different police sirens for whatchamacallit.
Yeah, get
Put
something that
on MD
enhances your
here.
roleplay, not
Mm-hmm.
that gives you an advantage per se. Realistic
Realistic.
gunshots, fine. That's what he has too. Realistic sound pack. That enhances
Um,
RP, you know what I mean? Over it giving you an advantage per se, in my opinion.
that's crazy. Mission. You gotta make sure we.
Oh, the message of the day, don't forget the
Yeah.
Ligma. I'd let these guys know when they're testing things, you know?
So
Sergeant
Sergeant
Fart
Fart
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Yo, we be having okay. So basically, this is gonna be the new MDT, guys. Was this is custom, right? This is completely
No,
to
I mean,
us,
this is
or
just the upgraded version of the one we used. They finally released after 3 fucking years. But
oh yeah. So
we've made
this
some
is yeah.
changes to it.
hmm So basically, a lot more kind of, I would
One of the
say,
best things, in my opinion, is the tabs. Like up there at the top, you can open multiple
mm,
tabs. You can be writing a report and then go look up a profile or whatever, right? And then be flipping back and forth. So it'll help you guys big time in that regard. There is a public version of the MDT now as well, where like civilians will be able to go to the courthouse and you can look up active warrants, your records, your profile, the legislation. I forget what all, but pretty much just that basic stuff that civs should have access to, but helps too. We're trying to make sure the DOJ Get some more love this go around too. So
Um, yeah, and like I said, PD will have very yeah, like I said, law
EMS MDT
enforcement
is the same. It's just a different color slightly. Same with
mhm,
the DOJ has an MDT like that as well.
for sure. For sure. And like I said, so we're excited for all government jobs, PD, EMS, and of course DOJ as well. I know I have a meeting with DOJ tomorrow with our assisting DOJ, so we'll meet with you guys and see what's up. Check in, bada bing, bada boom, and then EMS, PD. You already know what's coming. Get ready, um, and things of that nature. Station reveal. We're still going to be using the same PD station that we have in the city. It's just very good station. It's a lot of stuff on the inside, the pictures and stuff like that are going to be changed up. We're going to put our artwork on the wall, anything like that. Oh, there is there is the scooters. That's going to be our that's parking enforcement right there. Can you get the parking enforcement one? The
Let me
PD
find
one?
it.
It should be like two or three.
Oh, one sec.
No, Macy, it wasn't like that, right? So this is going to be a parking enforcement vehicle for PD right here. So y'all get ready. It's been uh it's been
We'll
highly
speed it
asked
up a little
about. There
bit.
we go. Got another one coming by. Hell yeah. So just make sure you guys are parking in the correct spots in the city or you will get fucking busted. There will be no remorse for sloppy parking in this goddamn city. We're going to come out in droves and in swarms and nobody will be safe. Um, and then, like I said, so on top of that, we are also running the Prompt Studios Harmony or Sandy this time around. As you guys can see, that comes with a kind of sheriff station that we're going to kind of transition into our North Patrol office, the same as there's a station in Polito that we're going to do. So that's kind of the gist of PD and government jobs. We don't kind of get too much into it. We can start getting into the kind of the civ stuff and more of the environmental stuff. Um, I
A
would
lot of
just
good
say
housing
government,
up
yeah,
there in Sandy. So there's also,
yeah,
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 there's a fire department, there's a hospital, there's a police station. I mean, there's a mechanic shop, gym. Yeah,
yeah.
there's a
So,
lot going on in Sandy now. We're hoping that the north is like a good hub area this go around over it just being a place you visit. Um,
mhm. So I mean, if you guys are
Toledo's
familiar
really
with,
nice too.
yeah, we'll get to Polito too. If you guys are familiar with like the Prodigy maps and stuff, like they use it in the. So this is a very kind of well-known Sandy, but it's a very good one for what we're trying to do here. So I mean, it has, a church over here too. If anyone's trying to get crazy and do some church services, um, things of that
There's
nature.
mech shops too. Yeah, there's big bank.
Yeah, there's a new bank here
Um,
that potentially be working something into. You
all
can
the
see it
houses
here.
in Grapeseed as well are enterable now. Walk-in housing that you can buy. Very nice.
Yeah, the amount of walkable housing that we have this time is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, there's a
This
bridge
is
to
all
Grapeseed as well. There's
This is
penthouses up
all,
here.
yeah,
Like
all
this
rentable rooms here. These are all rentable rooms with like luxury penthouses on the top floor here. So, um, if anybody's trying
Sandy
to,
Shores pimping.
what I'm saying, a little walkout balcony type shit, So, I think we have a whole like academy school here
Yeah, there's a
as
university.
well.
So I will say I went fucking hard on the perk system. I know that was something that I didn't get finished last year, so I made sure it was integrated in pretty much fucking everything this year.
Oh
The
shit.
university is going to be a key spot, right? We're going to do certain things. Like I don't know if anybody's familiar with Redem. We do cooking classes with Yama. We're going to do something similar in the 5M side where it's university classes where you'll have to show up for like an hour class or whatever it is, half hour per se, whatever example, where you'll earn the skill point in whatever the class is for, right? And then that would go towards whatever perk you want to put it towards. We just wanted to be more RP oriented, right? Instead of you just go grind XP and then you level up a perk. We want it to be, you feel like you earned it more than fucking showing up every day for countless hours to grind. So
Yeah, we'll make sure all
keep
time
on
zones are covered.
classes.
We'll make sure all time zones are covered.
Yeah,
And
for sure. We'll get those covered across the board.
As far as the perk system, I know a lot of people. It's something that, if done right, can be super good for roleplay. And the perk system that we laid out and how we've kind of incorporated within the systems, I think facilitates roleplay and doesn't like. like give a upper hand of sorts, right? It rewards you for work that you're doing. Like if you're growing weed, you get to grow more weeds that's, and dry faster, things of that nature. So you get a little bit of kickback for the work that you put in for different lanes. Um, so I think it's going to be a very good touch. It's incorporated into a lot. Um, and yeah, this is going to be, like I said, this is just another good place where people can come and do a lot of cool shit with.
Rodarius is riding a bull right now.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Uh,
went hard on a ranching script too for 5M. That's
yeah. They have a complete ranching script now with rideable mounts. So we'll have people that are kind of tied into the ranch RP already. We're going to be doing kind of like riding lessons. People can go and get their horseback license, things like that. Uh, Horseback races, bada bing, bada boom. This is just one of the mounts that you can get. So all that stuff will kind of be once you get in city. But you might see some people running from a bank on horseback. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, there he goes. Old Betsy's taking a run. But New Sandy, super cool area with a lot to do. I mean, markets, everything, housing. Um, I mean, all of it is going to be pretty great. Everything up in Grapeseed, like Mafia said, is walkable interiors now as well. The shells, um, even down here, not
yeah, all
here,
the
I don't
ones
think.
above the
Yeah.
yeah. There's a few up behind you there. There was yeah.
Oh, there's some in here too. Yeah, these.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
these
right
ones.
here. So even down in these little shacky boondock areas, you can now get some housing as well. Like even these bad boys, boom, done. Want to have a little cultist,
Not even
I don't know,
goddamn north of the
weird,
lake up
yeah,
here.
little weird family by the water. Go ahead, you know. Um, so I mean, like I said, 650 plus shells of just fully optimized, ready to move in housing. So I don't know if you want to touch base on like the housing stuff this time around. Um,
Um, as far as like how we were gonna set it up,
Yeah, if there's anything you want to touch
I
base
mean,
on, or more or less.
at launch, we're pretty much gonna aim to have every house available in the game for sale on the tablet, so that there's less of a staff integration into real estate, and players could more so be real estate agents because everything's already set up, and they just have to basically sell the house or RP the position, right? So. Other than that, the apartment system is moving into a same style as the housing system. Similar menu. It's nice as well. What else with housing? Gosh, that's it pretty much. I mean, there's housing everywhere. Polito up here has all walk-in houses now too. There's a drive-in right there.
Yeah, still some. I think we have to fix some mapping here. Did you?
Surprise, Wolf and Ranch is gone. Sorry. There's a different mech shop, so don't worry.
Yeah, so yeah, whole new drive-in up in Polito. I think we still have to fix some mapping up here, so don't mind that. But whole new Polito in for people to enjoy. We had this down in the city one year, but it just kind of didn't really fit. But I feel like it fits good off here. Wolf and Wrench, sorry, dude. But well, yeah, but so yeah, TV works just like a normal TV, so we can watch bootleg movies of, I don't know,
That's
Rush
crazy.
Hour
He
2.
didn't say that.
But I think what else? Yeah, we got
Yeah,
a
TVs are back. Yeah. I will say we're debating the car radios. I'm happy to bring car radios back, but people need to be mindful of streamers, right? You can't just be blasting all sorts of music everywhere at certain times. You know, people get hit with some stuff for that. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, we can't have the public radios.
center police station we can use. Got a hornies right here for all you people. It's
There
the
is a
perfect
streamer
place for
mode,
you.
yes, but I mean, fair to a degree.
Then new mechanic shop up here. I guess we can talk about mechanic shops. Everything at launch is going to be just people drive up and get work done on their vehicles. Biggest thing that we found out from the last rendition is that mechanic shops are absolute fucking money printers, and it also puts a lot of stress on the economy of a server for materials and things of that nature. So we're probably going to give it the first month of just people kind of getting on their feet. I'm going to be able to come into any of the mechanic shops within the city to have a kind of a system to where you can go in and work on your vehicle. That gives the time. It gives the you know city a little bit to get set up and not people to just completely benefit off people starting up.
Yeah,
You know what
like
I'm saying?
I'll
Because if you
say
think of
I went
yeah,
to
yeah.
Mosley's last year. I made 7 million in the first week. So
Yeah, like that's
we're
absolutely crazy for a new economy, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then once we do start releasing mechanic shops, they're definitely gonna be something that we look into due to that. So it might be, something to where you can still get your cosmetics done at select mechanic shops, but can only go and get performance and stuff done at, an
player
owned
owned.
one,
Yes.
Um,
There will be owned mech shops to clarify in the future.
yeah.
It's just we aren't going to launch with it.
Um,
And like you said, I think it would be healthy if there's a system where, I don't have to sit there and wait for you to go through all the wheels and put the paint on and everything. I can just pull up and get that type of thing done. It's much easier to
done.
go through car rims. We've seen the suggestion about that. It's
Yeah.
fucking terrible how you have to look through car rims right now. So stuff like that, I think it would just be better that you pull up, do it, but then, the performance stuff would be more so gated behind the player owned jobs where they can actually put the RP behind engine knowledge or stuff like that.
Yeah. I guess getting into the car scene, we can get a little bit into the car scene because I know there's a lot of people interested in the car scene. Um, and we'll talk about cars in general a little bit. So lock and load here. Are you ready to rock and roll? Um, we are going to be using Prodigy's Racing, which is one of the best racing things that you can get. It has pink slips. It has map editors. It has a bunch of crazy shit that you can do. So watch out. I'm gonna be coming for people's cars and them pink slips. You know what I'm saying? Um, we have car trailers for vehicles to where you can pull up with your squad, your gang, your call it, and
Yeah,
take the
yeah.
vehicles off the trailer and
To clarify on that, like you could RP, having a pickup truck, the trailer that holds two cars, you could drive your race cars onto the trailer. They kind of strap down and you could pull up to the race or to the event with your cars on a trailer if you want to go that way,
yep,
right? So
yep. So
it's a lot of little things like that to add RP extensions in ways. So.
for sure, yeah, we're gonna take a lot of love to the racing scene. Boom, car trailer right there. Bam. Hook
I
it
think
up
there's
to a
like
truck
eight
there.
new tow trucks as well. I see somebody asking about towing. There's like eight new
Yeah,
Onyx tow trucks.
massive new tow trucks. You can pull out some of the tow trucks too. There's there's a phone mission right there. I guess we can kind of. This is
Just, all
crazy. So
right.
much is happening. Everything's leaking here. So just a quick little payphone mission for y'all. There we go.
All right, there's no voice. Thanks. Good testing. Let me see which one doesn't have a voice line.
It's gonna be the Polito one. So usually it has a voice line, things of that nature, and then it sends you on a little expedition. Um, but like I said, we still got a little bit here to tweak some things out, and I might be perpetually fucked here.
No,
Um,
it's just timed. It'll end
oh, here
here
we
in a
go.
minute. There you go.
So basically, same thing. Unknown. This is
You didn't
I
get to
think
hear the
stealing
mission.
you.
It's kind of a
Yeah,
blind shot here, but
yeah. So basically, just take the contract here, and then it gives you a little thing here. It tells you the pay. Bada bing, bada boom. Um, So to get back a little bit more into the cars, boosting, produce boosting, we're using it. Probably one of the best boostings that you can use right now. It's fucking crazy what you can do. Um,
it's
I
just
know
smooth.
there's,
The UI is
yeah,
nice, and then everything involved
yeah,
with it, right? They've
yeah,
Prodigy's hashed this shit out, so their
yeah.
scripts are different. Trust
And
me.
we're not trying to meet right here. They're just they have a whole floor of devs. You can't really beat that, like so Prodigy's boosting. There's a lot of cool aspects to all that. It's a lot smoother than what we had in 4.0. I
Go
know
open
that
a
was a
fuel
hot
pump.
topic. Yeah, I can do that real quick.
Somebody asked about diesel trucks. There is in fact diesel.
Yeah.
If you do put the wrong fuel in your car, good luck.
Um so Prodigy boosting, that's gonna be super fucking sweet. I'm excited to personally try that myself and get into it. Um oh my god, Discord just kills my clarify, that's not server lag. That's just because I'm streaming on Discord. So don't be like,
Tractors are the same thing, right? It's just a config that I put certain vehicles are set up as diesel. So
what the fuck is a gas station? Oh,
straight,
down
dude.
here.
Try that,
Damn,
yeah.
my bad. Damn, my bad, dude. Um, as far as the classes for vehicles and the overall vibe of vehicles, I think it's our mission to absolutely slow everything down. A lot of the top speeds are going to be dropping. The vehicle handling is going to be a lot more heavy, and I would say, I mean, you
Yeah,
can't
less
really,
arcadish. Like some of the
yeah,
cars are just snappy and like getting from 0 to
hmm
170 as fast as they do is
yeah.
we want it to feel more like a Forza drive probably over how it
hmm
is right now, but it's still
So
all in production. So
yeah, I mean, all this you're gonna see better 1080s from like the PD trim
yeah,
standpoint, civilian stuff, smoother racing.
just
Yeah,
chases in
you're not gonna
general.
see you're not gonna see a B class do fucking 180 anymore. Most cars are gonna go from 100 to 100 something. The fastest car you might see, top notch would be maybe what 175.
Yeah, somewhere around there probably. Yeah.
Um,
But it'd be
that's
something too
like,
that it doesn't
you know,
snap right to it. It'll be a progressive up to that speed. You know what I mean? That's like it
yeah.
feels more realistic per se.
So that's gonna like the whole tuning for all the vehicles are going to be retuned. That's basically the gist of it. The whole PD vehicles, civilian, things of that nature. Boom, all kind of brought down and put a little bit more weight on it. So gas station here, we have a whole custom gas station UI here, to where you have three different kinds of gas, and then of course you have your diesel options. So you can potentially, pick the
You can
wrong
put the fuel can up
fuel.
there too to buy a jerry can.
Yeah, so you can grab this real quick. Boom. Grab one of these bad boys. Uh, bada bing, bada boom. So a lot of this stuff might be kind of hard to like see on a stream esque, but like once you get in there, it's a lot clearer to see, and it's not so, what I'm saying. But everything is always, especially within the first, things have to be tweaked here and there for clarity and things. But this is all new, custom to us. Very super cool how it works. Um, yeah, just another one of those things. Um, I think there's anything else up here. And then, like I said, vehicle wise, I think we're just going to be moving in a couple dealerships here and there, changing up the positioning, and then, of course, we're still going to have our PDM section. Do you wanted to talk about that all, the PDM stuff, or are you changing
We're
up
bringing back a
anything?
Vice membership so that
There you
it's not gold
go.
required.
Huge.
So that'll be
So,
an option for people that don't want to have the other benefits
mm.
that come with gold. They can just have the car pack or whatever to access.
Yep.
Yeah, other
Oh,
than that,
oh, oh.
we were talking about making different dealerships to make it immersive, but I feel like it could get annoying if there was like we even talked about like doing like a Vapid dealership or Bravado dealership, and it's like you have to go to brands, but we feel like that's just probably people would think that's fucking annoying. So
Yeah.
there was talks about that stuff too.
Um,
We could do a bike dealership just by itself. That's a good idea. Could do the
yeah.
one
I
there by
mean,
itself.
yeah, I see a lot of people asking for bikes and stuff like that. I mean, we can look and see what we have and, kind of diversify, maybe rotate some things out of PDM, things of that nature, because we know that's very MC heavy here, and, we appreciate our bikers.
You did see a
Um,
ranger station. There is those are fire towers. So those are all through the maps in certain places too. I don't know where he's seen it. You flew by it somewhere, but those are spots that just have little, it's like a fire lookout tower. You could if somebody's a park ranger or firefighter, they could just stop by, RP looking at the trees, whatever, man, do your thing and utilize the tools that are there, right? So
People working at dealerships, that's another thing that's a hot topic. That would be just once again a fucking absolute money printer. I hate to say it, like,
yeah,
I
go to that
like that's
scrapyard right there.
this big boy.
Yeah, there's a civ job here, a new civ job. You crush cars. So you basically use a big forklift.
Oh yeah, this
You
one.
drive around grabbing cars and then crushing them and bringing them to a trailer to ship out. So we have a lot of cool civ jobs. There's fucking road maintenance jobs. We got port security jobs. There's
Oh,
a lot
crane.
of
Yeah.
yeah, crane operators. Fuck, all sorts of new fun stuff. We just wanted there to be endless stuff to do that keep people amused and occupied. So
Yeah, tons of new Civ jobs, Civ stuff. We can get into some of that right now. Oh, I'm flying by it. Did you have the thing on the little thing over here?
with the four dragons,
Yeah.
yeah, it's in.
All right. So we are
It's right
going to
behind you.
kind of we're going to do a different approach for the casino this time around. Um so say goodbye to going to the casino at this location over here. We have a new little thing we want to show you guys. This is going to be the new server casino here.
Let me touch on a question quick before you go in on hunting. I made a fucking amazing hunting script too,
Yes.
inspired by Redem. There is about 9 illegal hunting grounds now that you can poach animals on. Where we want there to be stuff to do for the park rangers, right? So you do get notified when you ride into these areas. It will pop up and say, you know, this is an illegal hunting area, whatever. It's a reservation or preserve or blah blah blah. But yeah, the hunting system now is you don't have to spawn bait down. You just find animals in certain areas and shoot them. So
yeah, the
we're
hunting
looking to bring the
and
immersion
fishing.
levels up.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
hunting and
fishing too. I
fishing is.
brought noodling over, all my red M people. Let's
We
go.
got noodling. It's like we looked at like I'm telling you guys, we looked at everything. This is a completely brand new ground up from the
For
start.
those for those
We
that don't know
literally
what noodling is, it's when you stick your arm in a hole and catch like catfish and stuff.
yeah, like I told you guys from the start, we literally started this with a brand new framework and a loading screen, and we have just been building startup. So everything has been looked into. Fishing and hunting, like Mafi explained, has been completely worked out. I cannot wait to try those as well. And all those illegal hunting places are spread out across the state, to where you can really explore. So a lot of stuff for the civs, man. A lot of stuff for the civs. But here we go with this, guys. This is going to be the new city casino here. It's going to be the Four Dragons Casino over here in Vinewood Hills. All right, now here we go. Here we
Inspired by
go.
the Las Venturas San Andreas map.
Yes, yes, yes. So say goodbye to the Diamond Casino no more. We are. Oh, Jesus Christ! Come on, Discord. Hold true. We are now in the Four Dragons Casino. So this place has your wheel spin. It has tables. It has slots. It has the bars. It has the private rooms. Um, it has everything that whatchamacallit had. Just a fresh new face, new area, and a couple more secrets to it that we won't disclose just yet. But here's your wheels right here. Boom. Go ahead and spin that shit, though.
The games aren't set up in here yet. Somebody's asking you to
Yeah.
play black.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Honestly, I've been looking for, which I haven't found, which maybe I could try to make myself. But I'd like to make player ran tables that somebody could actually work at the casino. You wouldn't own it, obviously, because that would be an absolute fucking money printer. But I think it would be
Potentially
really
hire a
cool if somebody
manager.
could play the blackjack dealer or
Yeah.
just bring a whole new immersion level. We have Texas Hold'em. That's in 4.0 still too.
Yeah, we're looking at some other side games and stuff too that you guys will see. But this is going to be the new, city casino for us. No more Diamond Casino. Everybody uses Diamond Casino. Fuck it. We're going to do something different. This came across our desk quite recently. And yeah, I think Prop makes this too. The same people that made Sandy. So W to them. Amazing maps. So there's a couple more secrets in here, but I'm not going to get into it too much. What is this? General hallway. Whoa. It even comes with music too, lore-friendly music. Wow, damn, man.
Get out!
This is
Get
so
out of
nice.
there!
So nice. Yeah. So like I said, but super cool. Civ stuff. We move on. We love our civs. W civs.
Dude, now the
Right?
first day I gotta sit there and no clip and watch who meta games and comes and looks through the casino. Damn it, Hawkins. I'm just kidding.
All right. All right. Let's type 1 in chat if we love our civs.
Oh, here's a Civ fest right
There we
here.
go. There we go. All right. Anybody that did 2 or anything is gonna be banned. So that was a test. So whole new peer for you guys as well. You want to bring your e-girlfriend here before you slide into the Discord DMs and get serious. Here you go. You can come in here and you'd be like, "Hey, babe, you want to hit up the bumper cars with me?" Ooh, you can come on over here and be like, "Damn, shorty, I'm gonna buy you a ticket, girl." And you come on here and just rip a little. She can also get in with you too, if you want to keep her safe. Oh, okay. Be like, damn, babe, isn't this great, babe? Oh my god. From the time I laid eyes on your pixelated face, I knew that you were the one for me. Oh shit, I'm sorry. So I got you though, babe. I hope you know, like, it's fine. So yeah, this is one of the rides out of many. Sorry, I got lost there, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get out of this thing. So all these rides work. And all of them have a potential to fling you out of them. So hopefully your date doesn't die in front of your eyes, dude. Fucking. So, but the PD will be roaming here for ERP charges, and we will expect at least 2 feet distance while on the pier. So we will have a pier patrol, and we will be enforcing ERP charge. But yeah, all this works. Big drop, Ferris wheel, things of that nature. It's for you guys to explore and do what you guys want with. So, you know,
I'm on the
be a
green thing right
person.
now.
Yeah, just have your whole lore be the person that rides the roller coaster the most.
It can actually be turned into a job too, where you control the speed of the rides and everything. So it could get kind of
Yeah. So, and then over here, maybe once you guys had your fun, you're like, damn, you want to try something else, babe? And you're like, yeah. You're like, oh shit, let's go over here. And you get into your Sultan RSX, and you come over here, and then you're here, and you're like, oh, you want to go on the water slide? So then you can go on the water slide together, or just this is all too. You can just do this by yourself too, like release some steam after just rock it, bro. And we out. And we out, dude. Hold on, babe. I'll get you. So, and we're cruising now. We're picking up speed. We're max Q. And coming in for a landing here. Drop like a water droplet. Look at that. So, I mean, we just little things like that we try to put into, just have a little fun with. I think this is no, this looks, and I think the gym's completely different. We have a new workout system as well. So there's a bunch of new gyms
Go
across
do a
the
little pump
neighborhood.
there.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's get down here.
Hit the bag there, bud.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can come over here now and you know, oh shit, I am. There we go. Want to get on the karate one over there? So there you go. Then we can come over here. So all these, are workable. Got the pull downs here. Got this little bad boy over here too. This one's a cool one. Come over here. Oh, let's fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. Boom. Imagine
Fucking
that, dude.
Doris.
Quit resisting. Don't. That's crazy. All right. So yeah, all this, we got a bunch of new gyms across Los Santos State.
Yeah, I think there's one Chumash, Sandy Polito,
yeah.
and then Vespucci.
Dude, we gotta show. Look at these fucking houses, yo. Check out these houses. No, well, these two down here.
Yeah, all these two. Yeah,
Check
these have
out these
garages.
fucking houses, bro. All right, car people, hear me out. We were talking about cars earlier. Check this shit out, though. Check this shit out.
You could drive your car in your house, man. Have dinner on your hood.
Look at this. Look at this. All these. So all these have this like drivable garage-esque kind of built in. You can build a garage. If not, you can eat with your fucking vehicle. I mean, these shells are top notch for housing. So, I mean, boom, another one. Boom, another one. Every single one. This house could be yours. This house could be yours right here.
Ooh, 3-car.
3 cars. You probably can't afford 3, but look at this one. Look at this. Amazing. So, like, top-notch stuff, dude. All Chumash as well. All these fucking houses. Every house you can think of. Boom. It's done. All those. I think these too.
No, not that
mistaken.
side.
Not these. Okay.
Just the water side.
Water side. That's what counts, though. Boom. This one, garage in your house, dude. Park your car right there. Could be a mogul right there. Imagine.
Sell your house, you get 50% back.
Look at this one. Look at all these windows. Imagine the condensation.
They all have like all those patio doors you can walk in and out of too. So like when you build like
Mm-hmm.
floors up to the sliding doors on the balconies, you can actually walk in and out too. So
Yeah. I think these open.
most
Those
most of
doors
them
open.
can. Yeah, those are sliding ones, I think.
Oh. This is a gym right here, I think.
Yeah, right
Is
to the
it?
right more. Right behind you, right?
There it
Over
is.
there.
There it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
There it is. So one of the many gyms that you'll see around Los Santos here.
There's
Little
you
small
can do the
town.
boxing shit and stuff too. There's like actual fighting. So
Oh shit! If you and you know your buddies want to come here and get ready to work out, shit. We got the gym here. Same thing like the beach, but just more refined and shit. You're gonna see it here live right now. Man, dude, this dude's strong, huh, chat? Oh, and then we got boxing here too. You can do a boxing match. So, you guys have some beef to settle. Um, and then what else? What else? Are the tunnels still in or no? Did you eat those
sewers,
sewers?
sewers aren't in. What tunnel are you talking about?
The one that was
Oh no no
over.
no no! That
That
was
you didn't?
fucking
Okay, you're just testing. Okay,
yeah.
yeah, they did. Forget about that, chat. I think.
I mean everything else for the most part. Somebody asked about a phone. We're on an updated version of the current phone we're using. It's probably one of the best phones available right now. I didn't really feel a need to go to something else. There's a bunch of new apps for the phone. There's a group app for heist and stuff now. There's a bunch of games like Wordle and Hangman and fucking Pac-Man and a bunch of random stuff you can play while you're bored or sitting around somewhere at a food place or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Parkour, we don't know if we're bringing back. I feel like it was generally used for power gamey stuff. Nobody ever really did it like Cheeto Head or anything funny. It was more so they could get inside compounds or fucking
And don't get us wrong. There were
yeah,
people that used it right, and
yeah,
used it
yeah.
right in
But
a chase, and it was fun. But it's just one of those things where it's like,
yeah,
I don't think it's as refined
I don't
as
think
it
it brought
should.
any benefit to roleplay per se. So other than you being able to climb a wall that cops can't.
Yeah. This is a crane job, for example. If you people are interested in the crane job, you come up here and you unload trucks. So you enter the crane, sit here and
Yeah,
fucking
you
unload
probably got to
trucks and
start the
shit.
job before, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's a cool
Flatbeds pull up
thing.
underneath you and you just unload flatbeds and then move the products to where they're going on the job site type thing. So
Yeah. So a lot of optimization. Nice little legion for y'all. Nothing too crazy. Just a smooth,
you can do yoga
simple
in the
little
park here.
legion. Yeah, a little yoga in the park ski here. You can take your shorty here. Oh, shorty, let's go to the park. You know. So just something simple, nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy. That's a nice thing about doing this ground up build is we get rid of all that fluff that maybe's lingering around that we don't know, right? Excuse me. Let's just do like fresh. Anything that's in here is like looked at, optimized. We're ready to rock and roll, and
Um,
we believe in it.
Skateboarding is coming back, and I'm going
Oh
to
yeah.
note the first person that rides a skateboard up a hill on gravel or dirt or anything silly running from cops too. We're not going to remove the skateboard script this time. You will be removed from the community because we're not going to remove fun things anymore because someone's being silly. That person will be removed from the equation instead. That being said, skateboarding has grinding now. Pretty cool update. You can hit the rails. It's another little fun thing to do, I guess, on the side. Shout out to the guys who did the BMX thing last year too. That was cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, um, got some more apartment buildings people can buy as well. Some very nice apartments.
These were going to be our
So
starter apartments actually, but it ended up there's only 98 apartments in these two buildings, so I ended up scrapping that idea. And these are just open
oh,
apartments you can buy now.
oh, gut, sorry. Look at this. Look at this. Nothing. No more senior buns. Goodbye. R.I.P. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you later, senior buns.
We'll be seeing your
um,
buns later.
I think we're gonna start out with like a couple. We'll get into the business stuff here, but just touch base on. We'll probably have like a burger shot open at start and kind of like some hot spots where people can kind of congregate and hang out, meet, those poppin' places. We're gonna slowly start working on businesses. Of course, people that have been here and their businesses has still been open, you're gonna have the opportunity to can use the story in some sense in 5.0. Of course, we'll pull you into, of course, communicate that somehow when that time comes, right? But we're just gonna, gradually get into things, let people get their feet wet, and we'll go from there. Opportunities are endless. So um, I think that's pretty much nitty gritty stuff. We can kind of get into questions now, I guess,
Yeah,
and
we'll
kind of
save
go
it
from
for then.
there.
We'll get in and explore. So
Yeah. Um, let's pull those bad boys up. Do dish. Do dish. Um, momento por favor, people, while I locate these questions that you have all graciously donated to us for us to read, shall we? Okay. Just get myself.
um, somebody mentioned the housing loader. I think it was Hydro. With Prodigy's housing loader too, there is a new system in place that if you move, I think it's 250 default away from the house, it despawns. They also have some fucking
Excuse
crazy equations in there that if you're in a cop chase and you're going a certain speed past the house, it loads at an even lower rate. So it'll drop from like 250 to 50 so that that high speed pass by doesn't fucking hinder your performance at all either. So they're pushing some top of the line shit that
Yeah.
you're happy to have acquired.
Yeah. So it's like I said, it's the best. Persistent vehicles.
That is a thing as well. You can now fucking
Boom.
take a nap and log off for 3 hours, and your car will be at the driveway you parked it in when you log back. The same goes for heist. You can now actually properly stage heist vehicles without having to leave somebody fucking sitting there watching the vehicles.
Yes. Don't abuse it though. Don't fucking leave your cars out like assholes or just have like 15 fucking cars out or what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, try not to leave
appreciate.
your car in the middle of the
Yeah,
fucking road or something silly. But
Um
at that point, we'll just deviate and you'll have to get it from the impound probably. But
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
parking enforcement will handle it actually even better. Yeah, good call.
yep. Yep. So, and we'll be strict on those.
Hell yeah.
Um all right. All right, so we're gonna get into the questions and stuff, and more probably information will kind of come out through the questions. This will be a good time to where
Yeah,
you guys will
so
get information.
before we get into this, I will say let us run through these questions that people put in on the forums, and then we'll take questions from the Discord chat after that. Just so people aren't spamming questions in there still. We'll get to your questions in the Discord after we read these ones. If you didn't submit a form, that's your fault for not submitting a form. Wait your turn.
When it's dropped, should we just rip the drop date off right now before we get in questions, or do you want to leave it till very last?
Launch date?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I
Up to
mean,
you. I
sure.
mean,
We're
today,
launching next weekend, next Friday, the 17th. So mark it on your calendar. Take the
Friday.
weekend off work if you want.
Yeah,
But I'm aiming for
fire.
Friday. That being said, the server will come down Friday at 1 p.m. storm, and it will most likely be down until 7 p.m. to give me the 6 hours to button shit up and get ready. So
I've been telling
uh,
y'all we're
that
close. I've been telling
that
y'all.
being said, right, button your stories up. Do what you will. We will get the lore story out ASAP, so you
Probably
guys can
tonight
start
or
leading
tomorrow.
into
Yeah.
that in a way. If it's going to be, we'll do some in character announcement too, right, from the governor or whatever it may be, so that you guys can actually kind of RP a collapse. There's going to be some server events. A purge will be happening that will probably tie into the server lore as to why things go the way they did, or maybe the recession hits and the people are like, "What the fuck?" and
Um,
it's like a big purge
mm,
as like a
use
fuck
up
the
all your
government.
shit.
Yeah,
Yep,
so
I'm murdering everybody at that wedding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said it. I said
that's
it.
crazy.
I stand on 10 toes. Um, no, we'll make sure whoever, if anybody has anything, we can accommodate something so it doesn't get, you know. But yeah, let's get into the questions. Friday night live here, 7 p.m. EST, potentially. Who knows? Probably, but it's gonna be great. Set your calendars. Tell your grandma. Whatever you got to do, but be here. Tell everybody. Get those whitelist apps in. You know, whatever it may be. It's gonna be great. Here are the questions. All right, we're gonna start out with these questions. They're gonna be great. First one. Will there be any updated rules regarding crime and gang conflict? Um, I can start off by saying this. All that's going to be looked into. Yes.
I can
We
start
are
off by
going
saying if you're a gang and you chirp on Birdie, you ain't gonna ever be a whitelisted gang.
to
Tell you that.
all. Yeah, we are going to really be holding what we think gang conflict should look like here very strictly. Th- there's how do I put this? We're gonna try to keep the streets organic and immersive. We don't need like that shit happening on the social media stuff. We don't like seeing it. It just gets weird and then
Like
uh
social media shit should
yeah.
be like shit you would post in real life. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
woke up, went for a run today, and it's a selfie of you on the beach or something. You know what I mean? Like this whole like weirdo personal fucking beef shit on Birdie is so gross. That shit is
Like
not gonna be
mhm.
acceptable in an update.
When that shit can be sent in a message or a call, or you can send somebody to send a message, anything like that to facilitate RP. Now, everything's done the right way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a message is trying to be sent, and whatever. But like you get what I'm saying, and hopefully people understand what I'm trying to say. There's a way to do everything. We're not trying to say like, oh, we know how to do it, but like if you think about just common sense wise, if the story's going that way, maybe you have a serial killer that's posting clues on Birdie, so things of that nature, right? Just be a lot more mindful when it comes to gang conflict. Like we're wasting time on social media apps when that RP can organically be happening. Um, so the rules and stuff, we'll kind of get into that a little bit more because there's a lot more questions about the gang stuff and a couple questions here, which will reveal more. But everything is being looked into, and we're holding people that want to be these crews and want to be these people that seed stuff to newcomers in the city, or maybe your average day criminals, or hell, maybe even stuff some way for civilians in a sense. I don't know, whatever the fuck it may be. The opportunities are endless when we try to do stuff like this with crews. We just expect people to show up and respect what we're trying to do in role play, and we expect that from our gangs. I think we were very nice letting people be whitelisted that time, this past time around, and this time around it's going to be a privilege that is earned and watched and
Yeah.
appreciated.
And it should be something you have that's used to enhance everyone else's RP, not your own per se, right? It's not for you to get and become a kingpin in a week. It's for you to enhance the environment of that product and everyone involved type thing, right? It's raise the bar.
Yeah, and it's nothing that's going to be like, I don't know, like hard locked or anything. It's just going to be something that can hopefully seed stories and be a breathing ecosystem of criminal enterprise, and just like, oh, go to this bench in Third Eye and do this, and but
Instead, it's like, oh, you got to go talk to DeMarcus on Grove Street and earn his reputation to get the fucking weed or whatever, for example, right? We just want things to be more
yo,
story driven,
Demarcus.
role play.
Um,
DeMarcus,
yeah,
get a weed.
Demarcus. Next one is addressing just like the courts and stuff like that. I have a meeting with DOJ tomorrow, actually. I'm gonna be talking with them. People are gonna be sticking around, get some stuff situated. Judges are gonna be a lot more supported. We're gonna have a lot of staff step in, and a couple of judges as well. We don't mean that in a bad way, more or less just to help the community. Judges are one of those weird things. Um, if anybody's really interested and like is like going to be solidly willing to contribute to being a judge, we are always looking for DOJ-esque things. But you got to understand it's a very, very important role and a very trusted role. We expect a lot from our judges, and we don't mean that in like, I don't know, that have to be there 24/7, blah blah blah, but just the responsibility and respect that it comes with. But DOJ will for surely be up and running in a capacity when we get going. Everything's just probably gonna have to get their feet on the ground and get going. So just grace periods for that, I'm sure. But we'll be rocking and rolling day one. Hopefully that's more available for people too. I would love to see like just quick court cases. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, guys. Like we're not asking you to sit there for 3-day cases. Like go there, please some shit, and maybe try to get out. What's the worst? Uh, but we're gonna try with the app and everything we have else planned that hopefully makes it more easy. Will there be a new section of clothing? Next question. Yes, so we added all the new Prodigy stuff, which is very highly optimized, cool stuff. There's a lot of groovy things in there for male and female. Not so much, your standard, night out at the VUS, because I knew that was kind of a problem with, people having the cheeks hanging out and shit. So we a lot of stuff is covering the tuchus and protecting. So um, there's a lot more, like options for males and females when it comes to
Listen,
that.
pause. He's not saying there isn't stripper-esque clothes. He's just saying there's more options for the women that don't want to dress like that. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. So, so a couple next questions are basically just about like gang etiquette and stuff like that. Um, I can't stress this enough. What the image that we're trying to portray with our whitelist gangs moving into 5.0. Um, we will be as staff monitoring, and making sure that people are acting how they are supposed to be in all senses. Even when you guys are just back chilling at the gang HQ or something like that. Um, we are still finalizing systems and stuff like that when it comes to sprays and everything like that. But I think we kind of have a consensus that sprays aren't going to, hold as much like factor to them in a sense than just being something that you guys have to hold down and protect. Like this is your turf, right? Seeing like wars and like initiations being pushed from just relying on an animation popping up on someone else's screen that they're doing that kind of defeats the purpose of what a territory is supposed to be. We see that a
And not
lot
to
with
mention people
crews.
were all over the place.
Yeah, so like we're still
The
kind of we're still kind of solidifying that and uh touching that up, but that's the premise that we're going with to kind of finish it up here this week. We definitely just want to see people use that as like a representation of what crew they're repping in the area, and we don't want to see it spread out to a massive out. You don't need 3/4 of the map, right? Like pick have an area that you guys call home and respect that, right? And we're not trying to limit any crew
it's just
in
like
general, but we're
examples
trying
in
to yeah.
my opinion
Go ahead.
too are like Paragon was one and GBG, right? Like I knew where both their blocks were because they were always there. They were always hanging out on the block. There was always their
Hmm.
cars there, whatever, right? And that's how it should
Yeah.
be. Instead of you
Mhm.
have a fucking spray and Chumash, but your fucking crew holds down South Side or something, right? It's just it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Just
And I get
because the
people were
fucking
doing it to sell drugs so that they get the benefit of that area and stuff, but it was just weird. The sprays turned into not what they were intended for.
yeah, so if anything, it would be some kind of like locked zone to where it's not spread out circles, but it's just a locked like, hey, this is home base. This is the block. This is the area. That way
Yeah,
it gives you
known because you're like repping it, right? You're actually there. It's your
yeah, we're
home.
trying to
Yeah.
push people back, especially crews to invest in themselves and keep that lore within themselves friendly because I've seen so many crews get lost in the absolute sauce and they're just roaming everywhere like it's like dude, like, you know what I'm saying? um Always try to invest in where you're from and like what you rep, right? So we're just trying to facilitate all that as well. Of course that stuff we have a little bit of breathing room because we we still want people to work their way up, especially with 5.0 crews coming in new. Like this is your chance to refresh all this, right? So we still have a little bit room to wiggle and kind of work with people and amongst each other to solidify something. um Same thing with like the kind of we've seen a very big uptick in like play reports and stuff like that from 4.0 gang beefs. I mean, we can have this conversation here because I mean we've had it. It's just something that everyone just kind of eventually has to get on board with. um it's something that hopefully can happen with 5.0 and the narrative that we're trying to push and the direction and the picture. We just really ask for people that are starting out in 5.0 and your crews to have that grace with each other and other crews and like the situation going on and just be mindful of each other's experience, right? Um, of course, us as staff will always be there to deal with that. It's not something we neglect because we don't like it or anything, right? We're always there to assist you guys and help resolve issues and, take care of problems if they, be true. But we're definitely pushing for like, hey, just we're gonna try our best to keep it in the streets this time around, guys. Um, we're gonna make sure a new rule set or an updated or a freshened or whatever it may be rule set is posted before launch, ready to rock and roll for you guys to ultimately look over and get ready for it. I advise you guys to do that. Uh, and yeah, let's just at the end of the day, we're here to create some awesome stories, have fun, and have a good time doing it, right? So that's what we expect out of everybody, and that's what we want for everybody in regards to kind of that um, pattern that was happening. Um, Next question here. So we have how will access to criminal things work in 5.0? We'll be closer to 1.0 where things were seeded to gangs that staff deemed fit, or more like 4.0 where anyone with progression and knowledge knew. So good question. I think we kind of already
Yeah.
answered. Um, we're definitely going to be more going towards, I guess, what the person
It,
in
it,
question
it,
here.
it'll be a mix of both. The way I would put it is entry level crime will be open, right? Be nothing locked behind house robberies or chop or anything like that. But maybe as you get into some bigger stuff, there will be like seedings. Like we have the Prodigy gun smuggling and the sea hunt and the sea battles and
Yeah, like
all
there's so
sorts
much
of like
stuff
bigger
that.
heists where you might see that as not something you go grind another heist to get. It's more so like, hey, we've noticed you've been doing well in the city and you're doing a lot of jobs, and maybe the puppet master or somebody hits you up and he's like, okay, here's your progression. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's more so it's not something you just find by third eyeing or stumbling across it. It's you earn it by providing good role play, like we're all here for, right? So
Yeah, like I said, like we have a bunch of prodigies, like semi, like they're like mini heists almost.
oh, we
Sea
have their
battles,
horde
the
system too.
warehouse.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
we get for events. We have uh, 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 their whatchamacallit. I'm having a total brain
there's
fart.
outposts. I forget. There's a
Outposts,
bunch of stuff.
warehouse robberies, where it's
Yeah.
just like you walk in and it's a guarded warehouse and shit like that. Um, Bunch of crazy shit, especially from the prodigy side of things.
And then
So
there's
a
civ
lot of
stuff too, right? Like the power washing is like
mhm.
another thing that people will find therapeutic to a degree to go do
Yeah,
that.
smooth
Job.
power washing. Tons of civ jobs. Like the amount of civ jobs we have this time around is absolutely astronomical. Like, we just added more today. Like, so we're definitely looking out for the civs this time around. Um, in
Every
multiple
heist in
aspects.
the server as well, other than what we got from Prodigy, is accustomed to us this go around. So like nothing you will be able to go online and find a video for.
Mm.
So it'll make it very interesting in that aspect too.
And we can easily change it up on the fly, or hell, maybe every couple. You never know. Like easily have the ability to change up the steps and things like that, and keep it fresh on the fly. That way, it's easier for us to troubleshoot and diagnose and things like that as well. Um, but uh, what was I gonna do as well? But yeah, other than that, like we have a lot of stuff I think for both sides here, um, like, in regards to that. So hopefully that answers that question. I have a
Yeah,
really,
like to like a final clarification on that. I don't want it to like feel like it's not set up so that everything is locked. Like, you know what I mean? You're not by any means not going to be able to progress if you don't go through the seedings. It's just you'll get
yeah,
better
there's
RP, good storylines, and integrated into more stuff on our end if
yeah.
you participate in that form. So
Yeah, we have this cool thing now where it's like a live studio editor that we can do on the fly for storylines. So like, say say Bowie's gang blew up Ulrich's gang, and they were shooting shit at throwing shit at their windows and stuff and throwing Molotovs at their building. We can go in there on the fly and like light that building on fire, and that can just
and
stay
put like
continuously
rubble
burning.
all around or
Yeah,
whatever, right? So
on the
we can make
fly.
the
Boom.
scenes immersive as it happens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so we can work with people on scenes like that and set stuff up as well. So as soon as you throw those Molotovs, the building ignites on fire. We're gonna incorporate that into our events as well for like another Burning Man esque. I know that was very popular. So there's gonna be a lot of like civilian esque things to do. I guess before we get into the questions, I didn't touch base on this, but we're actually gonna be kind of building a server event team, and our great red tag Cal is going to be running that as a kind of a staff member, as a server event coordinator. He's going to be working with that crew to make it, ideas, come up with plans, bring it to us to where we can actually incorporate it, make it work. We're going to try to be very, very present and active with our events this time around, based on how like Burning Salts went and how Cal's event went and how people's events go. We see that it really brings the city together. It keeps it fresh. Like
And then if
that
people have
weekend, man.
ideas too, right? Like if somebody's like, "Oh, I want to do a
Mhm.
jet ski race this weekend," like just hit us up, right? Or the event team, and boom, we'll spawn you the 20 jet skis, and you have the race set up. So it's we're happy to accommodate in any way possible, like that
I'm
demolition
telling you,
derbies,
yeah.
anything like that for sure.
The Civ stuff is going to be firing on all cylinders. Like the club scene that we got going as well for this time around is going to be some of the shit you guys are going to see in there is going to be like some next level experience. Um, and with that, more seating and stuff like that as well. We've made more systems for money washing. We've heard you on the laundry machines. Um, so we have multiple different systems for that as well now for people to clean their money and things of that nature. Multiple different avenues.
Yeah.
Um, So that's like I said, from the club scene to that to like we're all everything's been looked into. We're firing here. All right, people, we got it. Okay, this next question I left in because it was kind of like I don't know, it was probably Pebbles getting eaten right here, but it lets me go into a nice talking point on the etiquette that I'm going to try to push for law enforcement here. The question goes: is your police force going to be able to go off the set script, or are they going to be the same drone dialogue all of them use? Now, so I could I could leave that out, but I figured I'd give this dude a little bit of light here. Um, PD is definitely going to be a step up from what we have in 4.0. We're going to be a lot more in your guys' face as criminals, but in a very respectful, RP worthy way. I think we gave a lot of space to criminals in 4.0 that left a lot of scenes somewhat awkward, right? Um, and this time around, we're going to approach like bank robberies and things like that in a different, more professional and aggressive manner to where it's not really taken away from you guys, but it's like, oh shit, the cops are here. More or less, we're not going to be entering the robbery. We might try to be communicate through you guys through a dispatch in our car, a little loudspeaker or something to kind of bring the hostage out to where we don't have to run in there while you guys are playing Pink Pony Club, dancing with the hostages, right? We're trying to make it a little bit more real-esque. That comes from everything from the stops to the raids to everything like that. Um, Especially in all PD, giving new people opportunities for leadership, things of that nature. We just expect, as I always say, it's the same old story. We expect, the same from the Crims, right? Um, I put in a lot of work in this new PD to kind of freshen it up, give people new opportunities, get fresh faces in there for leadership, and try to keep an image of good law enforcement in a 5M space going forward, right? It's
Somebody
a
asked that
very,
question
yeah,
too, right? Like, and sorry to cut you off, but like, are the Crims
no,
actually going to fear PD? I mean, that's on the
yes,
role player at the end of the day,
yeah,
right? And it's also on the cops. If the cops are buddy buddy with the criminal's not going to be afraid of them. And it's just,
mhm,
why would they? You know what I
yeah.
mean? You're
So
talking
we're
to them
gonna
like you're a
be,
friend.
we're gonna be pushing a very big narrative with the state police to where like dude, if you're like here's the deal, if we're going on a 1080 and you're like if you pull up to your buddy on the street while you're in a 1080 and like totally not care that you're in an 80 and just sit there and talk with your boy because you're just like they're not going to do anything, I'm going to get out of my vehicle and tase you in the forehead and bring you to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not going to do that little like weird shit. Like we're going to take this shit seriously. We're going to give you opportunity to make things happen, but if you're just wasting our time, we are going to take you to jail. You're going to do your time and you're going to get out. Also, I'm going to be pushing something a little bit different to where we have like a whole, a kind of updated mining system, things of that nature. We have a road maintenance job now as well, to where I'm maybe pushing like kind of live action uh, time served, to where you can go into these programs with an officer and you can go and mine materials and give them back to if maybe one of the shops are open or something like that. Um, we actually have a thing. Do we still have the placeable objects and everything as well?
Sorry, what? The what?
The placeable objects.
In what? Sorry, I missed that part. In what regard? What do you mean? Like
Just
inventory
you know what I'm
items?
saying? Yeah, inventory items.
Yeah, you can place any
Yeah,
item in your
so
inventory now.
so we have a thing now. We didn't get into that to where we have like placeable objects where you can actually like take your gun out and here I don't know. I think it's F4, isn't it?
No, you just open your inventory, right
Okay.
click an item, and then most have the place thing on them. See it at the bottom? Weapons
Where?
don't have it right now.
Okay, so like bandage. There we
Yeah.
go. So we can just place down an item right there, boom, and then people can see it as well. Um, and come pick it up. So we can have a thing where people can, pick up trash on the side of the road and things like that. So we're going to be offering a little bit more different time for people to do their jail. That way, it's not just sitting in the prison and kind of doing that stuff.
In the same sentence with this persistence item thing, this is also something that like fishing
Cannot
trophies
be
right
missed.
now there's a fishing tournament. You win a trophy. If you win, you could take that to your apartment or your house and use this and place it on the shelf,
Yep.
and it'll stay there, right? Like these, you could have a player market where every Sunday you show up, open a van, put a table down, and put your items on the table, and have a flea market. People can walk up, check out your items, pay you, etc. You know what I mean? There's a lot of immersive things
Yep.
we can do with that now too. So
Um. So, like I said, this is another thing I know would affect on server performance. I think this is
no,
pretty.
no, no, it's database stuff. It shouldn't be bad at
Yeah.
all. And if it
Yeah.
does, I'll just set an auto
But
clear so that
yeah, but we should still respect something like this as well, right? We don't need
yeah.
people throwing down 15 hot dogs on Vespucci. Like don't be that
Uh,
guy, right?
Again, you'll be the person that gets removed. The script will not
Yeah,
be removed. So don't
exactly.
be silly
Amen.
kid.
Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. Right? We're gonna be doing that. If you're being stupid, we're gonna remove you, dude or dudette, not the script. So, um, all right. So that kind of fills all that. So this one is just kind of like a hunting and fishing question that we are kind of already went over. We're looking at all like quality of life aspects of fishing and everything like that to make sure it's easier for you guys, like selling, bada bing, bada boom, right? This question is about losing stuff. If there is going to be a wipe, like Mafia kind of clarified, if you guys do have some of these assets, clothing, things of that nature, right? Um, of course, you can move that stuff over. Some of the small stuff, of course,
Yeah,
unfortunately, we're
I
not
think
going
what
to.
we'll go with is 3 months. Anything,
Yeah,
obviously, if you've been an active gang that bought your clothing before that, but I mean, prio items or anything like that will be within like the past 3 months can move forward.
yeah.
If
So
not,
we'll,
I'm
we're
sorry, you'll have to pay the $10 and help support the server again.
yeah. I mean, it's yeah. So that's how, like I said, we'll be dealing with that. In tickets and stuff like that. Peds, if people are using peds,
Character slots, recent character slots can move over. Peds might be moving to a subscription thing. We haven't finalized that yet,
some of the
but
things that we
this
find
can move
with
over
pets is
too.
that people buy them, right, and then they'll
And then they
no
fuck off
offense,
for 3 months
yeah,
and they show up and they're like, "Where's my pet?" And it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot I'm supposed to just keep the fucking resource in the server eating space." Like, hello?
yeah. So we might do something to where it's still something in the works, right? But we'll definitely work with people that have pets, because that's very important. Um, so yeah, like I said, interstant towing, like you're all set up over there, buddy. I'm sure we can work out with you, man. We'll like I said, we'll get with the business owners that are still around and active, and we'll
Yeah, anybody who currently owns a business that's been active, probably this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be pulling you into tickets to discuss plans for the update.
yeah, if you want to, your future. So hopefully that answers that. If you guys have a question or concern or need anything, feel free to open a ticket, guys. Um, but we do appreciate people that do support the server. Like I said, this isn't a cheap thing to do, and we really don't push like transactions down your guys' throats because we respect the RP and we respect you guys, right? But we do appreciate everybody that takes the time to, our gold, our bronze, silver,
100%.
whatever
They're
it
the
may
people that
be.
keep this
So
alive. So.
yeah, we do greatly appreciate you guys, but we appreciate everybody that plays here, even though you guys don't like. We appreciate everybody, regardless. I just want to make that known. Um. Okay, so this is going to be a lot of car questions. Are the cars going to be balanced by class? Um, Obtaining S-class vehicles be limited. Street racing still going to be considered a felony. Easier way to steal local cars. Bada bing. So we'll get into those three real quick. Cars are going to be completely rebalanced, like we talked about. A lot better handling, slowed down completely, so you'll be able to use those local cars more in heists and things like that, right? PD, of course, is going to match that. It's going to be make 80s a lot more easier. It's going to be making racing a lot more easier. Obtaining S-class vehicles be limited. I mean, I think we'll try.
Um,
You can go into if if you want
I
to
don't know. I
keep.
feel like that's a fucking. Some people will lose their minds, and some people would like that type of thing. So,
Um,
like, what do we talk? What do we mean by like limited S class? Like, we talking like every 3 months
guess
there's
one.
only a certain
Yeah,
amount in the
yeah.
store, or are we
I guess
talking?
yeah. Because that's. I mean, that's another question that says here is that.
And listen,
Or,
if people want one-on-one cars, I'm happy to go that route. But as he just said, we have never been a place that have tried to ram down like sales down people's throats. You know what I mean? Because I don't want it to feel like or people to bitch like, oh, I have to pay money just to get that car. Like, sure, I will put it there if people want it, but I don't want it to feel like it's a fucking pay to win server. That's never been the goal here. So
yeah. So if anything, we'll just have like a limited stock of things and have it on a rotation,
I
so it's
I
not so.
I just feel like PDM is the fair way, right? Like if you want to
Hmm.
spend the money to have the cool car, sure, here's like a small little subscription that helps the server, right? And then boom, anybody can do it and it's easy. It's not $100 for a car like Stribbits was saying, fucking that other place that he
Yeah,
downloads enough GTA 5 mods for free and sells to people. It's fucking crazy.
that's right. As long as he gets his cologne. But in other news, uh, so the vehicles are going to be a lot more class specifically. You're going to feel that, like
It
you're gonna
won't be
you're gonna
snappy through the gears per se. It'll feel like,
no, it's gonna be
each gear actually
smooth.
has some.
Like the turns are like I don't know how to explain it. It feels good. The racing is going to feel a lot more, you know. And with that racing, with those pink slips, staff's gonna be seeding racing. We might, pull up in something y'all haven't seen and be like, "Yo, I got a pink slip on this dude. And if you beat us, bro, there's a 101
Yeah,
right there,
honestly, that's something
seeding."
we talked about that will 100%
Yeah,
happen is with the pink slips
mhm,
is we'll show up on staff characters
yeah,
100% and put on cars that people have
yeah.
never seen, and that's the only way you'll be able to get that car probably is racing.
Be some young kid and be like, "Yeah, it's my fucking dad's car," and just
You're
fucking lose
racing my
it.
dad's Mustang.
Yeah, yeah. Boom. Street
He's a
racing still
lawyer.
gonna,
I'm calling to tell him my loss.
right? Street racing still going to be considered a felony. Yes, it's street racing. We're pretty lax. I don't think anyone's been charged with street racing. I think cops are just going to be a little bit more active. Hopefully, not to interfere or anything like that, right? But just to kind of get in there and have some police lights behind you. Maybe go for the winner. That's usually how I play it. We go for the number one guy because he won. So let's give him an L. but but like I said, I don't think we have anybody that's even been caught from street racing. So it's not going to be you know too crazy, right? Cars be bought from PDM before 5.0 stay or go away. You're gonna be gone with a wipe. Of course, you'll have a new opportunity to build up your fleet, but with a wipe, all assets get removed to kind of force that, not force, but like create that new experience for somebody. With what we're trying to do here in 5.0. Are you throwing shit at me, dude?
So your bandage over there,
Um,
dude.
oh, pretty still. Um, and then, like I said, there's just gonna be a lot of cool stuff for like the racing boosting street legal. Like we thought about making like a faction for like all that stuff to where you can really start doing some groovy stuff in there, you know. Um so
That'll
we're
probably
we're
still come
really
to be honest. There's a
yeah,
yeah,
there's
can't
still
spoil
there's
too
still
much.
some there's still some soon TM stuff to come in there, but like rest assured like the whole car scene in 5.0 is definitely going to be loved. That's for sure. Like with this new boosting and the racing stuff, like in the car trailers, like bro,
The guys who have been like hosting the races and doing the racing scene so far have been
yeah, like a shout out to Xavier
tough, bro.
Smith. He just had that event the other night. Like kudos to that guy. Appreciate you
There's a
though.
whole lot of them that do it, so it's
Yeah,
good
there's a couple
for you
other
guys
people
keeping
for
that shit
sure.
alive for the whole year.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have all the support you need for 5.0, bro. We're gonna get crazy. I'm already feeling like late night racing streams for me. Um, Next question: will there be a casino update? You guys saw the new casino, bada bing, bada boom. Whatchamacallit, Diamond Casino is dead. Besides the racetrack, Ranch will probably be using it for horse races, so that'll be a cool thing you guys can bet on. Um, will there be a more rewarding high risk drug system that hopefully not just locking behind gangs? Like to see more drug potencies with longer effects uh, and side effects. Perhaps those with labs and whitelist access make it strong stuff. The rest of us have 30 seconds. Um, I know the drug system is another thing where I think we're kind of just finalizing up here. I know
I
we have
mean,
a couple.
we're not going to talk about any of that too much either. I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
don't want to spoil anything, right? You guys need to
for
get in and
sure.
experience it. And
So that's gonna be something that we can dive into. But like I said, everything's been looked into, right? So um, all these systems, from drug stuff to all that, has been looked into. When it comes to like addiction effects and stuff like that, like I said, all that stuff will kind of be revealed through the role play and stuff like that. But we have some cool stuff cooking up.
we
Um,
had a really cool addiction system that I did bring in that it just sent way too much information back and forth to the database that
yeah,
caused like lag problems within the server. So we had to take that out. It's just way too much data moving in it for a high pop server.
this question is pretty interesting. Also, will we be able to throw it back for a real? Also, will we be able to throw it back for a real on a jaw? More twerk
What?
emotes. More twerk emotes. That's yeah, yeah, yeah. You know who you are. Um, we're asking for more twerk emotes. I think there's an I don't know.
I mean, if somebody in chat wants to donate for one of them hep whatever suits, I will make Hawkins wear it and twerk to make custom emotes for us.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You guys can
Nah.
already do some crazy shit. And then some more fun, rewarding solo jobs include more people, slow times, new players. Yeah, like I said, we have a ton of new jobs and experiences for civilians and stuff like that this time around. In hunting and fishing, the way that's going to be going, like
Yeah, I hope
hell
to
yeah.
see some fun park ranger characters for sure.
Okay. Um, this one's about boosting. Like I said, whole new Prodigy boosting system. It's amazing. I know one of the missions, like you got to use a fucking cargo bob and like
Yeah, there's all
pick a
sorts of
car
stuff,
up.
park
It's like
trailers
crazy.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
where
crazy. It's crazy shit. You have to like sneak into people's houses and like find the keys and shit. I don't know. It's wild. It's wild. Painful missions. Just about a couple of the painful missions like Hitman and stuff like that. It's just gonna have to be a find out thing. The painful missions are very well done, and there's a lot of opportunities there for them.
Yeah, I think there's
So
9 variations of missions with like 15 in each category. So, and
very cool
that'll
little thing
progress
to
as
do.
we go too, right? I can always add more, and I'm chatted with a few people that have given me some ideas for some other new ones. So we'll build off that as we go for sure.
Yep, this is one's from a new player. Said the person was finding it hard to connect and run into people. What can be done to promote more healthy interactions could lead to very prominent and good RP. I think it's kind of like the slow time right now, possibly. I think everyone's kind of hunkered in with their crews and maybe e-booze or something. I think
To,
it's gonna blossom in 5.0 for sure. But what were you gonna say,
to
Mafia?
answer that too, and then and for the updates, like Burger Shot, right? As an example, we want to make sure that there is food hubs still. Like Senior Buns was always a place that you could go and there's people there. I mean, especially in other servers like No Pixel, right? There's always people at the food court.
Mhm.
We want Burger Shot and a couple other places to be hubs like that off the start, so that like this guy said, where can you go when you first come in the server as a new player? Like, where do you find
Oh
people?
shit.
And I mean, a prime example would be Burger Shot or something like that, right? Where there's always people hanging out or working. Or... Did you just pass
Yeah.
out, dude?
Yeah. No, it's all good, dude. Okay. Next question. Damn. Next question. Uh. I'm hoping to. Yeah, we have so much to do in the Civ Life stuff this time around with like the areas and this and that, and the new casino and everything too. Like people are gonna run into stuff. New Legion, the way the map spread. What the fuck did you just do?
Flashbang you.
There's a flashbang. Um, so that's crazy. Damn, dude.
He's holding
Well,
his
there you
ear
go.
too, eh? It's fucking
There you go.
awesome
PD
animation.
flashbang. So yeah, this is
Speaking of
yeah. Look at
flashbangs, that has not been an issue so far in the development of
W's.
5.0. So,
W's.
um, same with the holster bug. We're hoping those are in the past. Fingers crossed, eh? Somebody who's got a wooden desk, knock on that shit a little bit.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for sticking through with that shit, man. It's been the hardest thing to try to track down. We apologize, but it's just been one of those things where it's like fuck. So that's why that really pushed us to do this ground up build because it's like I said, fresh everything, you know. But now we have PTSD with the actual PD flashbangs. So hopefully that, yeah, we'll have a lot of cool people for, people
And
to
I mean,
go
as you see in
places.
there too, it's not a seizure-inducing flashbang. It's a
Yeah.
it's just a black
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah. So next one, any business owners at the start of 5.0? Yeah, there'll probably be some businesses open.
Yeah,
Um,
we discussed that. They'll be pulled into a ticket and discussed active
yeah.
businesses. So
This question's about like the outline or like the image that staff has for the city and like the like initial phase of launch. I mean, we don't really have a set phase. Just like enjoy yourself and enjoy the journey, right? I think even said this
take
in
your time.
5.0. Yeah,
Don't be one
like
of the people
you,
that runs around third eyeing doors the first 3 days.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
like
take the
mid
time to
maxing.
make your
Yeah,
character, meet some people,
yeah,
fucking
like
role
build
play.
up your story. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. Like the opportunities are endless here, and we always will be here to help you guys and facilitate that. But like, um, we
And I
definitely hope
mean,
people take their time with it.
we don't have any. I don't know how to say it, but I mean, previous renditions we were pretty strict on stuff. Some people have mentioned that we've kind of been a little lenient on things and let things go away from how the reputation once was here. So again, with every rendition, we will always aim to make roleplay great again. I think
Gotta
sorry to
be the
any Mr.
best.
K fans in the chat, but I think people like Mr. K are part of the problem with roleplay these days, and people think that that is the standard of roleplay when it's just some fucking content brain garbage. So I
Hmm.
get they got fun cop chases and escapes and stuff, but that's not real roleplay. At the end
Yeah,
of the day, they're doing a content creator job. So we just want to move away from that and make sure that there's story driven stuff, and you're
for
actually
sure.
playing a character, not loading in and pretending this is VR chat and you're here. So make sure you play a character.
Bam. Next question is about cars. Once again, make it feel more heavy. I can definitely say that's going to be like the way that these cars feel. Everything's going to be slowed down. You're going to be used to be going 100, 120. That's going to feel average for people. Like everything's going to be slowed down drastically. It's going to be a very good change. Um, New racing app options like pink slips. How would that work with PDM and Lux vehicles if we still be a thing? I mean, dude, if you're risking your donator car on a pink slip, bro, you should deserve to lose it. That's my 2 cents. I
Yeah,
mean,
fair.
like if you're gonna put it on a pink slip, bro, bon voyage. If you
That being
race
said,
your
I'm sure there'll be some cringe kid that'll be like, "Oh, here, buddy, I'll just put my car in a pink slip for you and automatically lose so I can hand
uh
you my car."
cool thing
Whatever, though.
is
At
we
the end
just
of
get
the
rid of
day,
those people, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we just get rid of those people. Boom. Boom. Um this question is about PDM, like we discussed. It's going to be now. We're going to go back to that membership thing. That way, it's a little bit more readily available for you guys. I think the same dealership or maybe a different dealership. I don't know, but the same
Uh,
aspect. I
yeah, it's the same aspect either way, no matter where the
think it's going to
location
be
is. But
freshened up and shit,
PDM,
looked into.
Mosley's was moved to PDM, and the PDM cars were moved to Benefactor near Hawick and Vinewood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, this one's just about civ progression. Hopefully, people can lean into the jobs. Like I said, we have a lot more like tow trucks and stuff like that. I'm gonna be working with PD a lot with tow truck drivers. Hell, I even thought about like having state police branded tow trucks that people can come work for us on the clock as tow truck drivers for PD. But we have
There's a lot
tons
of
of new tow
Civ perks
trucks.
as
Yeah,
well.
tons of civ perks as well too. So people got to think about that for the civ life as well.
From
Stuff
like
to help you.
fishing to materials, the hunting to
Mhm.
fucking deliveries, like
All of it.
anything Civ job is all integrated with perks as
Yeah.
well.
So it sets, it helps you guys in that aspect. Something that progressed with the civvies. Um, Another one about vehicle classes. Like I said, all gonna be reworked. This is a question about Kyle Perico and like some of the military and government stuff over there. Is that still gonna be a thing? Yeah. I know there's still some people that are gonna carry on the cartel story. And like I said, everyone's just gonna be starting from square one again. So you're not gonna see any kind of prominent figures or anything like that. People are gonna start from square one all over again. So it's gonna
Um,
be a fair playing board across. And I think anybody's going to have the potential as a crew to kind of have these seeding potentials once again, right?
we should
Um,
note though, there is discussion that Kyle might become a part of the United States, meaning that there would be free
mhm.
passage for police and anybody on the bridge
Yeah,
pretty much. So
yeah. Um, I think we're going to lock that in with the lore trailer here within the day or two. Um, So I know for the most part the cartel people didn't really abuse it, but we do have those wonderful people that, for a handoff, will run across the bridge for safety. And PD will respect their job and not go across. Uh, but we're gonna open that up so it's not, I mean, that lore was fun, but we're just gonna make it more open for people.
Yeah, and that being
Um,
said too, there is that military gate crossing point that will probably remain locked, and that'll be the threshold where cops are not, or civilians are not really permitted to go by, because there should
mm,
still be RP that the cocaine fields over there are not places that cops
yeah.
just go walk around and like it's a fucking flower field. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
and I'm sure if the cartel still continues or whatever, they'll kind of work around with that as well. But there's still potential for like government stuff there as well too. I mean, there's RP to be had anywhere. It's just what you want to do with the thing, Like I had one dude play in the military, but he would fly in just by himself and sit on that bridge. And I don't know if you're in here, but I appreciate you, dude. You're a homie, man. That guy came in and just sat on the bridge as security for the longest as himself, and just fucking, yeah, Oscar W. Oscar. That dude, like, I gave that man the world, man, because he put in the work, man. He came in there and did it, and he's like, "Hey, man, can I get a couple cop cars, this or that?" Yeah, dude, I got you. If you put in the work, we are here to help you guys. Like, that's what we like to see. So if you guys are putting these, cool storylines and stuff like that, we'll give you some kickback and maybe, work some stuff out for you. Maybe place a little table for you, sit down. Like, you never know. Um, so W people like that. Shout out Oscar, man. He's an awesome dude. Um, so current business owners get a first chance at reopening the current businesses, like we talked about earlier. Of course, you will have that opportunity. We'll be pulling people in, figuring out what you want to do, setting you guys up, right? But we're definitely gonna be monitoring, and we'll get into something on top of that with businesses here very soon because it's a question. They'll kind of tie it all together as well. New housing script.
same
I
housing
mean,
script, just new
same
shells
housing.
available.
Yeah, just yeah, new shells, awesome shows, the best shows. The groovy, cool garage stuff, all fucking South Side. Just every house you fucking think of, to be honest. A
Terry's
lot of
RP
cool.
story was amazing. Sorry, I just read that in
Oh
chat. That whole thing with Cerberus last year was fucking amazing.
yeah, yeah, where
And
he's blowing that shit up. Yeah,
yeah,
man. There's also a lot of cool like motels and stuff too that people can get. There's a groovy one up here somewhere. This one, like is in now too. Oh god damn, dude, the fuck? There's no way this is this big.
those are the
But there's
apartments.
like, yeah, these are like
That'd be
groovy
a
little
cool little
apartments
spot for
now
a gang to
too.
take over. Oh, no, no, no. I thought you
Yeah.
were at a different one. Never mind.
But yeah, I mean,
One by the
great
Hotwick
parking.
Art Gallery. That's where
Oh, that one
Prodigy
over
was
there.
people.
This one over here, right?
Down to the right on Hotwick. Behind you. That way.
It's over here this way, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This
And that
one.
right
Yeah,
there.
this one right here. This little area too. So you have like a lot of new housing opportunities here with this.
Pink cage is
So
there still. Yeah.
yeah, pink cage, yep, all that stuff. I think the one over by the beach too, possibly. I don't know about this one,
The starting
but
apartment is Wee Wang Tower.
wing wing right here.
Wee Wang,
So,
yeah.
there's the poster board that will be, you can have to where you can post some, some stuff up there. Like I had the little teaser. So this will be pretty cool. Oh, looking for some sweet ass still. Uh, like I said, people can come up here and post their stuff up, so that'd be cool. Paintball.
Paintball's back
I,
in.
yeah, paintball's there. Can't get rid of paintball.
There's a bunch of civ
Um,
stuff to do. There's well, at the amusement park, there was a bunch of, let me see. There's fucking bowling, checkers, chess, paintball, air hockey, arm wrestling, bowling, the casino, golf, ping pong, pool tables, tennis, and an arcade. So
yeah,
we
and
got
all the
you.
stuff at the fucking whatchamacallit. So I mean, come on now. We're looking at for some other things too, maybe some like dice and shit. Um, rock paper scissors are already in. Um, and then another one. What kind of changes can we expect for gangs? Is in turf taking turf sprays, gang tablet. Like I said, we're still refining that stuff. Like I said, we still have a little bit of time to make sure we get that right. But we kind of conveyed how we wanted to see the sprays. Um, we're gonna try to find systems that don't really initiate conflict by going and wiping said spray, but more or less just like, hey, this is your turf and you hold it down, right? Um, we're gonna try to keep away from all that. So we don't know if we're, tablet wise, things like that. We haven't really locked that in just yet. Like I said, we have still a little bit of time because we want to make sure we do it right because that sets precedent, like of how gangs are interacting with each other and stuff like that. So we really want to make sure we get it
Again, we
right.
just want it more RP driven over mechanics,
Yeah,
right?
over
Like
anything.
scripts and
Yeah,
shit. So.
yeah. Like people are going to be seated things, but learn my
I'm
lesson about having an event about a gang bench. Never. Holy shit. Goddamn. My bad. But like we're gonna try to have that seating to where it's a little bit more friendly for everybody, and it adds depth to stories. Um, but we're gonna try to keep up with the events and everything too, right? And things like that. So that'll be still a thing as well. Um, so yeah, this is gonna be a big one here, and we'll rip the band-aid off. Are there going to be taxes in 5.0? If so, how will they work?
Well, there's business taxes, property taxes, and vehicle taxes. And how they work is depending on the value of your car, you will have a weekly payment for tax. Properties are the same way, depending on how many houses you owned. Obviously, there's a tax for a house in Southside, and there's a tax for a house in the hills. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Businesses get a set tax when they're set up, depending on the value of the business. That'll be the same thing, right? Depending on the income of that business, there will be a tax for them as well.
Yeah, it just
Which is
makes yeah.
it's basically a recycling machine for the economy, right? It's just it keeps
Mm-hmm.
things moving and not getting stale, and people required to keep a business active and all sorts of stuff. So
We could potentially look into some kind of tax evasion type deals that people can go down, to be honest.
yeah, I mean,
Because like if you don't pay your
try.
house, you don't pay your vehicle taxes, we're coming to get that shit, bro. And don't get me wrong, like you can still RP out, maybe, like we'll put your car up for auction. Dude, I would love to have like PD auction for vehicles. That'd be
Dude,
fucking
I want people
hilarious.
to do HOA this
Yeah.
year. People in
Yeah. Like
neighborhoods should fucking
yeah,
start little
HOA for
HOA
taxes.
pockets where like
Yes.
somebody fucking bitches
Hmm.
about shit. Just be
Hmm.
funny.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not there to, take away from your guys' hard work. It's healthy for the server. We're introducing it from day one, so it's not a big like, oh my God, I have 15 cars and it's gonna be you can plan your life out, you know what I'm saying? If you don't drive all 15 cars, maybe you can sell 13 of them, you know what I'm saying? Um, so like it's just we're starting it from day one. It's gonna help the economy stay a little bit fresher, smoother, because we did see a spike in inflation because we did, make the average use of things a little bit easier in this past edition of GRX.
Spade
Um,
mentioned there about like a way to see tax before you buy a car. What it'll probably be is just a percentage. I'll make it say somewhere what percentage of the vehicle price it'll be, type thing. Probably, you know what I mean. So
mhm. Yeah, so and it's not gonna be anything like fucking absolutely crazy, like
no,
it's just gonna
we don't
be,
want this to be like grueling at any by any means, right? It's just a thing that's there to make sure that you're
yeah.
active, you keep your assets going. If you don't,
Yeah,
you lose them.
exactly. Because then it lets us know, like, okay, because people, buy up houses and they go dip off to some, whatever the fuck they do, right? And then it's just an asset there with all their shit inside, just wasting away, right? This keeps people responsible for the opportunities that they're picking up in 5.0. All right. And then it also keeps our economy clean. So, uh, but we'll have, easier ways for you guys to track that and pay that everything. How we might even make a fucking tax app, to be honest. That way people can easily go in and pay their taxes and maybe figure out a groovy little way people can do some tax evasion and stuff like that. Um, this is about transferring custom liveries and stuff like that or buy them all over again. I don't, it's a mafia question. I'm not too sure when it comes to like smaller assets like that. You're not going to have a vehicle anymore, so it really wouldn't really make sense to hold the livery. Um, we would just probably ask you to once you get a vehicle, just reinvest again, and we appreciate that. Just for the ease of transferring data and everything like that. But we appreciate the people that have done the custom liveries. And once again, shout out to Dallas. He's still going to be
Some
here
of those
doing
have
it.
came out so fire
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So just think of it as a whole new opportunity for you to get some more work done by our wonderful Dallas, who's been working hard with a lot of that stuff, clothing, liveries. I expect to see some awesome racing teams out there with what we got planned.
Ooh, on the
Um,
topic of that too, I forgot. The Prodigy Racing thing has a full crew system as well. Now that you
mhm.
mentioned that, so that's something to
Leaderboards,
do. Yeah,
seasons. Yep,
yeah,
seasons,
pretty sick.
all that shit. So you can do seasons of racing, and then you have the top people of that season. So season one, Oh, fucking fart face was number one. Oh, season two, fucking queefinator was whatever you know. So there you go. So will TVs be working? This is the next one. Will radios be working? These are the next two questions.
Wait, well, what? A
TVs and
radio's be working?
radios.
Oh, TVs are
Yeah.
back. Obviously, it's the same thing as a radio, though, right? You need to be aware and like it's a read the room situation. Don't put on stupid
Yeah.
shit. Don't put on silly shit that can get people in trouble if they're streaming. Just be mindful
Yeah.
of those around you, is all we ask.
If you're growing weed in your house, you want to throw a Joe Rogan podcast on, fucking, debunk the space landings, then yeah, fuck it, dude. Um, are there going to be more limitations on helicopters to prevent abusive power gaming? The whole that system is going to be looked into, for surely. We got that new airport area up in Sandy now that's going to kind of hold all that training. Spade, our multi millionaire, um, good work, but GG's to all your money. We're definitely gonna make it a little bit more kind of friendly and stuff like that. People are gonna have of course opportunities to come in and grab their stuff. Bada bing, bada boom. Have parachute stuff like that. I don't think the person that owns it's gonna be attached to the vehicle price commission. No offense, dude, but like it's just a money printer at the end of the day, and everybody's gonna want something. It's probably gonna be something that's seeded out through time. Not necessarily going to be in at launch, just for the fact that no one's going to really have the resources to get to there. But we're definitely going to make it to where it's we don't want to see that power gaming stuff. Once again, instead of like hindering what helicopters can do as scenes, we'll just get rid of the people. Pilot's license are probably going to be one of those things that you have to keep updated. You have to come in, check back in, whether it be a bi-weekly thing, a monthly thing of that nature, to where that's where the owner of the pilot school S thing is going to kind of do their duties and not so much selling the helicopters and planes. So, but has cool new area up here, to where you can kind of come in, do some cool RP out here. People can do some shit. So, did you did you get that one job with the people in the back?
Yeah, but it's not set up yet.
Okay, we have some cool opportunities for some civ jobs. Let's just say that. All right, so people just be ready. It's some awesome opportunities for some stuff.
That should 100% be a thing to revoked pilot licenses when
Mm,
used in crime. 100%.
yeah, yeah,
Like if the cops get any sort of plate or reading on a helicopter that's at a cargo or anything like that, for example, that should be an immediate. That
yeah.
person should not have a helicopter the next day.
And with our like I said, I really want to hire on some like people that work for like the DOT for the state police. We will come and we will tow your fucking helicopter. It's persistent, so I will lock it behind a fucking gate. You know what I'm saying? We will tow your shit and lock it behind a damn gate. Um, there'll be some way. Will definitely be a lot stricter. I know some officers in the PD suggested maybe talking about ATC. It's definitely something that can be looked into. It's just something that has to be dedicated to, But if people are willing to put in the work, anything's possible, right? So, um, boats. I didn't know we didn't have a customization shop for them. Something we can potentially look into.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
I mean, there
um,
was. So how it's set up in the 4.0 server right now, I'm pretty sure mechanics have perms to work on boats at certain docks. It's set up like the zone, like a mechanic shop, so they should be able
yeah,
to go there with parts and actually do it there. But
yeah. Maybe once mechanic shops roll out, people can kind of claim a dock and be like, "Yeah, this is where we work out of. Pull your stuff by." I think that'd be pretty groovy. You know what I'm saying? Um, we got Madge in the chat. W Madge.
fucking
Um,
Madge is in the chat.
get him. Where the fuck is he, dude?
Oh, dude, he's not even on stage. What the fuck? Pull his ass. I'm just kidding.
Um,
It's crazy. He's in the crowd
uh,
hiding.
right. Just groovy. Seeing he wants to. Can't wait to erp, of course. Oh shit, quested. Invite him up here. Um, hell
Oh yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What's up, dude?
You know,
What's up, buddy?
you know,
Just hanging out.
you know.
All right, dude.
Excited, man.
All right, next one, hot topic, number of character slots and armored vehicles and tanks again. Please say no. Number of character slots probably still going to be two. That just keeps it balanced and stuff like that because we don't want people just taking up a bunch of data space and stuff. So we'll just keep it to that. We got a couple more questions here, then we'll just goof off and answer questions and have a good time. Um, so armored vehicles and tanks again. You probably won't be seeing those in the shop. It's just a hot
No.
topic. It's one of those things. If used in a proper manner, could facilitate stuff. But I mean, if scenes call for stuff like that, staff will come in and provide extra resources. But for the most part, everything you see in the store will be friendly to the streets. Um, well, another question about boosting. Amazing boosting system this time around. So have no fear in that. Boosting system should be absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna be doing it a lot personally. Uh, UI been tested with ultra wide monitors. I mean, dude, you're dealing with ultra wide, and people make it for normal monitors. It's not something. I mean, it could potentially work for surely. You're just kind of gambling with a lot of different variables when it comes to ultra wide. We can't really. I mean, it would take a lot to build a whole premise around ultra widers. We just if hopefully it works for you, and if not, we appreciate you making it work. Um, so another thing was lockpicking car that's already running. If you rip a local out, and then someone else had a question about making easy use, stealing local cars. I think we have the gun pointing at him, gives him the keys, right?
Yeah, and if a
Um,
vehicle's running, sometimes you can rip them out of the car and take it too now. So there's variations. I don't think it's that hard to steal a fucking local
yeah,
car in live server now, but
yeah. I mean, Vince. So that okay. So we'll get into that wraps up like the questionnaires. So we're all done with the questionnaires there. Appreciate everyone that brought questions in. Jesus, brought questions in for us to read and take a look at, so appreciate that. But now we can kind of get in for the remaining here. Maybe we spend like 15, 20, 25 minutes, whatever, answering your questions here, and getting ready for launch day Friday. So at this time, like I said, just throw some questions in. We'll kind of vibe out here, hang out, have some conversations. This is time for all of us as a community to come together, make sure 5.0 is something awesome and something that stays great. Um, it already has a fucking judge and everything. He's not even whitelisted yet. Oh yeah, or is he? No. Fuck yeah.
Shakira
Hell yeah,
mentioned
dude.
petty tickets. I don't think we really need to talk about petty tickets. The staff team keeps our own tabs on who's petty and who's fucking whining all the time, so you don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, no, and I
We'll
touched
handle
based
that.
on that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
touched based on all that. You can assure every time a ticket comes in, it gets looked into, right? Of course, we're in the busy season, so sometimes tickets get slipped through the cracks here, so we apologize. But every ticket gets looked into, and every situation gets thoroughly looked into. Yeah, I talked about this earlier, so
As
um,
Hawkins
it, it-
mentioned too, with the divisions in PD, I think at any given time you guys should and could flip to DOC. I might
yeah,
even go as
that'll
far as
be
making
yeah.
some sort of thing where you can get a ping when someone gets sent to prison if you have that role, so that you could flip over to that character or whatever. And
Yeah, we can easily
Fine.
incorporate that to what we got going on in PD already. That can totally be
Yeah.
a cool thing. Like I said, PD is gonna have a lot of variety what you can do on a day. Like you can wake up that day and do 10 different things. It's all you know, there's no set roster for any kind of different environment or station or anything like that. Uh, so I'm definitely gonna be pushing no dating in government jobs this time around. No dating in government jobs. Yeah, no relationships or anything like that. Keep it clean. There's a lot of drama and stuff like that. So if you're making a government character, you know, just be mindful of what that character entails. Like it's not gonna be in the rules. It's just something I'm asking. Like I get it. Sometimes you driving around, you fall in love, right? But we just want to make sure we're the best character that and especially when it comes to cover government jobs, our focus should be, like I'm not trying to limit anybody's RP here, like hell, you can go underneath the fucking radar and like when you guys are once you're off the clock as PD, I don't give a fuck what you're doing as long as you're not breaking the law. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you on the back of your boo in my fucking briefing. Like I will tase you repeatedly. Um, so we just got to make sure, especially keep that stuff cool. But I think we can all agree to that. That's kind of my hot take on it.
I think that comes down to treating this like a role play server and not VR chat. There's no reason cops should be hanging out like that or piggybacking each other in a briefing, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah. So, because I have big images for a lot of this government entity stuff. So, um, yeah, just keep coming. If you guys have stuff to ask for, this is your time, right? So if you didn't hear it in the questionnaire, if you missed it, if you need us to touch base or clean something up, or uh, yeah, we will be starting a VR chat server, GRX VR chat server. Yep,
Mhm.
furries get
Starting a
$50.
collaboration with Tinder.
We did talk OnlyFans app when so.
Yeah, somebody requested that I make an OnlyFans app for the phone. I don't know if that's needed, but I'm sure there's enough gooners in the server that would probably enjoy it.
Hmm.
Wilding out, dude.
That's crazy.
The new boost system has scratches, yes.
Yep, and pretty groovy scratches and
Oh,
stuff
yes.
too. Tons of new clothing. There's a lot of groovy stuff, Orlark. Tons of groovy stuff for all that kind of thing. Um, dude, don't be posting your fucking VR chat hours, bro. What are you
Embarrassing.
doing?
Danny's
That's
ready to
crazy.
go. The ATC radar thing is being brought back, but I'm gonna rework it a little bit so that it's not the default one that everybody's used to. Okay, okay. Save your pictures for OnlyFans, bud. Come on.
Oh, the garages and stuff. Yeah, we have shared garages and everything now.
Oh
Um,
yeah, so I still gotta fully test that, make sure it's good. But essentially, if you have keys to a property and somebody parks a car at that property, anybody with keys to that property can drive that car per se. Um, Same with gangs. Gangs have shared garages in that same sense. That you'll all have a. You'll get to be. Trust me, it's gonna ruin some friendships. You'll wake up one day and be like, "Why's my car fucking smashed?" And it's because fucking Jimmy John fucking took it out for a heist, and you're wanted now because of it. So have fun with that. It'll be fun in many ways.
this is a cool fucking whatchamacallit.
Apple used to do
Um,
that to me all the fucking time, dude. I'd wake up, my car was just fucked.
yeah. So, all right. There's that. There you go. There you go. This place is groovy, bro. You can look and watch your fucking have a little mimosa while you're getting your car worked on. All right, keep the questions coming, guys. I mean, Cerberus is gonna be back again, especially with the Cerberus app. It's gonna be, something that's a lot easier to manage
Once we
and
get it
readily
rolling
available.
too, people will be able to come and sit in it and invest. We'll bring investors in again for sure.
Hmm.
No promises on crypto mining returning as of right now. That system is pretty scuffed and runs semi-hard on the server with the amount of data it sends, especially when there's 200 plus racks set up.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think we have enough stuff to kind of replace what that would be leaving
yeah,
out, in a sense, to be
yeah.
honest.
Plus, it's kind of
So,
like an AFK passive farming thing, which I get it. It's fun in a sense, but it's not as interactive as things could be. So
yeah. We also talked about potentially adding some more weaponry to the civilian side, kind of keeping that fresh for people. Just having like a category of weapons uh, or civs when they come in here with a weapons license and stuff like that. So, be groovy. Um, Working out, yeah, working out will help with stamina and stuff again.
there's a lot of stuff. Like there's perks that take down recoil and stuff now too. So it's a
Mhm.
lot of
You can work on your
multiple things.
gunmanship and stuff like that. I don't know about airdrops. Depends on what like way we go with the gangs, so that's not set in certain. As far as record labels go, like I think Mafia can agree. We give record labels the world. Like people come in and they're like active and they're producing shit. Like we would love to see like civilian radios and fucking like we'll set up. Me personally, I'll set up whatever fucking concerts. My character's running a club in 5.0. Fucking you get whoever wants to perform like music shows, any kind of that stuff. Like I think we'll definitely lean into like helping out as much as we can with music. I think
Uh,
Mafia can agree. It's always
Yeah,
something we wanted to
and
see.
we said it last year, and I tried to get people to do it. Is like you could essentially make a YouTube channel called whatever, right? And then host a live on YouTube where people in city can put that YouTube link on their car radios, and you could act like you're a DJ in the city, like or a radio
Mhm.
host rather, right? Play
Mhm.
music, and then in between songs, do a little stupid commentary, make fun of something to do with the lore of Los Santos, and then move into another song. And you're just
Yeah, I
like you,
mean,
you do hour sessions of just you're a live DJ, right? And if 20 people got on board with that, all of a sudden we have a full coverage around the clock of hey, every hour is a different DJ or whatever, right? Or every Friday so and so doing
mhm.
whatever show. Could get really
Fuck
good.
yeah.
And like I said, the live YouTube links that people can listen to in their cars, on the TVs, like everything. We could integrate that fully into the economy. So it'd be
Yeah.
super fun.
I mean, all the musical stuff. I mean, the DJ stuff alone is going to be absolutely phenomenal for people that want to like DJ and like set up shows and everything like that for what we got planned. Um, Once again, the club scene. So if like people are like put in work into that music stuff, we'll see what we can do for you guys in aspect. I know the question was about making money with it. Like when it comes to events and selling records and like various jobs and things like that or busking whatever it may be, we're definitely gonna try to show love. It definitely takes people to get in there and keep that role play going, right?
And I
Um,
mean, I could go as far as making a tablet or a phone app that people upload their music to, and then it tracks plays, and people get paid for it
mhm.
too. But I would obviously have to have some prevention in that fucking Timmy's best friend couldn't sit there and just spam play the song to fucking get him money.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It would be a money
yeah.
printer in a sense too, or
We are
exploitable.
I think we can safely say we will give people the world when it comes to like music. We love it. Like coming from Burning Salts and all that stuff, and the record labels that were here before, and some of the good stuff that came out of them. We're dying for. We'll work with these record labels for surely. So opportunities are endless in that regard. Um, what was another thing? I had another thing that I was gonna express, and I totally forgot about it. It was um, fuck. Gotta do the shitter circle run. Um. All right, I'll think about it again, but I don't know if it was a system or something. But a lot of groovy stuff. I mean, this whole Sandy area is just popping, bro. I can expect a lot of people living up here. I mean, look at this. You take your shorty here for a nice wine dinner. Baby, I love you so much. First time I met you in the South Side. Um, yeah, no, we appreciate it, Miko, big time. Like, and if we see people pulling, like, yeah, you're doing it, you're giving it a hard, like, we'll definitely work with you and try.
We
That's the
need
biggest
fucking
thing.
Woo
Yeah.
Records back in this bitch. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
know, dude. Fuck, man. Those music video parties in 4.0, remember those? Uh, they're dissing Albert and shit. Fuck. Uh, so, the opportunities are endless, guys. More music for sure.
And the events too, like you said, like Burning Salts or all those music events are super fun. Brings the whole server together too. So
Yeah, like I'm gonna be doing a lot for the music scene for sure, and I'm gonna be promoting it a lot and trying to kind of just cultivate a good vibey weekend environment to where people can come in like on a Saturday, Friday night and just it'll be Burning Salt esque, you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have to find all that stuff out fucking opening night. Um, Maybe we'll have a little groovy party that weekend for opening night. Um, no, no, never get if you got an RP mindset for music, just let us know. Like we created a whole world out in those salt flats for you know what I'm saying? Like we're definitely we promote creativity here. Um, so that's for certain. Burning Salts was a vibe for sure.
the max script is changing. Yes. I'm still finalizing how we're going to do the player mech shops as we spoke about earlier, but I might go as far as bringing in the engine swaps to a degree, and there's like a full dyno tuning system and stuff like that. But again, this is a big maybe because this really affects the classes of cars, and it can really fucking wreck the racing and boosting scene. So,
Yeah, it's just
but
something
at the
else.
same time, imagine just making a fucking sleeper panto and just pulling up and they're like laughing at you, and then you just spank somebody in a race. You know what I mean? Abuse.
I mean, yeah, if anything, the engines will be very class to the class, if that
Yeah,
makes sense. To where, yeah, you can have an A class Panto, and a lot of things might be hidden behind some kind of like racing, not hidden behind, but like seeded through, right? Or maybe through boosting or racing, you get to those top
the
tier
racing
engines, or
faction probably. Yeah.
yeah. So it won't be like, oh, I can go down to ABZ and go throw a fucking 12, a V12 and the foot.
Somebody asked about the PD class changer. We talked about that many times, and I did have that in the 3.0 server for a bit. But the
Oh, it
problem is
looks
with
so
that, like
good.
everybody just rides around in fucking S class all the time. So, and then when they see something happen, they down flip or whatever, which I understand, but it just becomes this overpowered thing where it's abused by police, unfortunately.
Yeah. So love the liveries, man. They're just so clean. Um, have any interest with I mean, the racing app already has seasons in there for races, so it's already seasoned out. So once the server launches and racing gets going, it's season one. Um, so it'll be cool. It'll be cool. Be super super cool in that regard. A little train now. A little train station. Sucks that trains are so fucking finicky in GTA when it comes to trying to do stuff with them. We're cooking. This is crunch time week right now, so we're gonna have some long nights here, but we're gonna do it for y'all and get it done. Friday, baby. Just a reminder, server's gonna go down at 1 p.m. EST on Friday the 17th, and from that time, 1 p.m. to hopefully that 7 p.m. restart, we're gonna bring the new server online. So you guys have this last week here to kind of get ready for it, tie it in with the lore. We'll try to get an announcement for the lore possibly tonight or
We'll
first thing tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll let you know on the purge. That will be in the final days. We'll probably do Thursday, Wednesday, maybe.
Maybe as soon as somebody says I do, it just fucking goes boom,
Listen, whenever you load into the server and you hear the purge as the load-in song, you know it's time to go, okay?
pretty much, pretty much, pretty much. So we got a couple more minutes, guys, here to kick it with you. We have a staff meeting at 6 for all the newcomers for staff as well. So, but we got a couple more minutes here to kick it with you guys. Um, of course, we don't want to give too much away, right? We want you guys to get in here and explore and see 5.0 for what it is, so we can't sit here for hours and be like, "How? Look at this!" Right? We want to get you guys in here and explore, right? But we peeled off what we needed to, all the big uh, questions and things like that. Um, but I can assure you, like we started from literally,
Sonny,
you know,
Sonny wants to see Polito. Go show him the DRMC hideout. Dude, the fucking new compound there with the trees.
I mean, this onyx vegetation shit is just absolutely unreal, and the
I
fact
can't
that it
even
just
find it.
has, yeah,
There it is to the left.
look at this fucking thing, bro, full meta.
You got the fucking cherry blossom trees everywhere, eh? Is that the Quant V?
Fucking yeah, yeah, yeah. That looks snazzy.
Yeah, just so you guys know, that's his Quant V. You don't actually have cherry blossoms there.
Hmm. Oh no, the PT's coming. Boom, 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 boom. So, yeah, but then Polito, it's got a couple different, all the housing Polito's done. We got a movie theater now. There's a bunch of
The
stuff up here for
Hornies.
there's a bunch of like ranch stuff up here as well. Um, Got that bad boy, a Hornies, PD station, all this house, all these houses. This one has the garage stuff too, I think.
That one's scuffed.
Can't beat the one that's scuffed.
One
Oh,
of the
no.
houses here has like a crazy backdrop. It's like 3 levels with balconies, but
Man, these houses are fucking groovy in here, bro. I mean, look at this. Some of these
fucking like
shells.
5 doors.
Look at that view, bro.
Fucking Toledo living, baby.
Yeah, Toledo's gonna be a vibe this time around. There's some groovy houses in here, yeah. Remember which one
Actually,
you're
the
talking
hospital's in, but I haven't checked the collisions on that yet. I used to say that. Check.
hospital. Oh, this one? It's not too, doesn't look too bad. Oh shit. All right, what else we got? New bikes, possibly. We're gonna look into all that stuff. Yeah, all the doors, like the sliding glass doors and stuff in the house, it should work. Can use protein shakes going to do a thing for increased XP for working out? I don't know. Potentially could be a kind of business-esque thing, or
What happened? What
you
was
know,
it called?
something for like protein shakes to increase XP for working out and stuff like that. It's always something a business can be built on. You know, there was somebody that built a gym and just they literally their whole motto was like, "Can you just leave the doors open?" And it's like, well, it's not really a business. You just like, so like I don't know. Definitely people can kind of work around with that. It's definitely something that can happen. So will Wheel Casino be infinite once a day? Well, yeah,
What?
you get your 1 a day spin, so you can't just sit there and like spin it like crazy. Um, we definitely would like to start a program where we acknowledge people's role play, whether it be through some kind of potential, I don't know, like giveaway system or something. We always talked about it, but oh, pay money to spin? I don't know about that, dude. Just go spin your wheel and go live your life. There's a bunch of other ways you can gamble. Um, yeah, right. Paying to get a fucking drink. Yeah, we'll definitely maybe look into a program to where we can like maybe pick some of our peers and stuff like that. All new custom intro as well. We're working on, guys. So you guys
Yeah,
will
make sure you
be
get me in some more pictures. I got like
Mhm.
54 good pictures done up so far, but I need more.
Don't be
So don't be afraid to drop
fire.
your shit in there if you want to be featured in the 5.0 loading screen.
Yes, 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 yes. We can't give it away just yet. That'll be something. That'll be something you have to fly in that first day to see. We're
Yeah,
days out. There is a photo. There's a
the channel.
intro. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
channel. There you go. Loading stream soup. Yeah, there you go. Blah blah blah. So, uh, what else, guys? Yeah, W streamers too. We're gonna. We went through the streamer role list, and I think we're still gonna be going through that to kind of clean it out. Um, but just we appreciate everybody that does stream. I know I'm gonna try to fire my streams back up here for this as well. It's been a minute for me.
I really wish more
Um,
people did it so that we could have the amazing fucking montages from like different views, right? Of like a scene happening. There's like 4 different cop views and then
Yeah,
5
it'd be
different
cool to
criminal
have
views.
like GRX clips of the week or something, you know? Uh, that would be huge. And we love our streamers and hope we're gonna try to, do some more stuff with them and things of
That
that
being
nature,
said,
right?
too, like if you stream 5 days a week, don't be afraid to pop a ticket open and ask for a creator code. We give those out too, so that you get a percentage of the money spent with your code. So
That's crazy. I'll stream. I'll stream again. I'll stream
Oh, I
again.
forgot I'm in here. Oh, shit. My bad.
um, we do have updates on GTA 6. It's coming soon. We are almost done.
anybody hear about
It's-
Rockstar getting hacked? Yeah,
yeah,
close
we're all
call, boys.
fucked.
Close call, boys. They didn't get the fucking GTA leak. They only got all our personal data. It's okay,
Mm.
It's already out there anyway.
dude. If they leak GTA 6, that shit would be postponed for like 20 years. It'd probably never come out. Anyways, we'll wrap this
Yeah.
off. A couple more questions. If anybody's got them, drop them in there. And
When
when
it's
it's
6.0.
6.0, that'll be on the 6M just to fit the. That's perfect. Perfect timing. Our next.
Yeah, we're
our next
working on
update
a
is
yeah, we're
6.
working on a deal with Rockstar right now. It's a big thing, so like no big deal and shit. So, um, you know, that'd be crazy. GRX and fucking GTA 6, just fucking Florida server. Crazy, bro. Who knows what the future holds, guys? Oh, the NDA. True, 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 true. True, my bad. My bad. Fuck you, Esper. On COD. Like, all right, dude. All right, type 1 if you actually like Esper. Type 2 if you we just let's get rid of her right now for good. Let's see. Mad twos, mad twos. Get the fuck out of here. All right, we got it. 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 All right. Last couple question here, guys. Last couple questions. This time's for you guys.
Bait spotted.
Screw busy. You're just gonna just make sure to reapply Friday. We'll see you then, Goodman. Appreciate it. All right. Just go ahead and reapply on Friday.
Can we
Can
get
we get
earmuffs
earmuffs?
using chainsaws? I could
For the
probably
sound.
rig something up. Sure. Let me note that down.
Definitely not gonna have animals to start. Unfortunately, those systems are just very hard to work with. Uh, it's they're usually very buggy or very heavy, or there's just like dead dogs laying around everywhere. You know.
Or you throw a tennis ball and crash.
Yeah, yeah. So,
We'll look into it though. I mean, maybe down the line I'll make it
who
happen,
knows?
but
Maybe
won't be
someone,
at
if
launch.
someone will, yeah. Anything is possible when you put your mind to it. We have a plans for tradition for PD, like get our job sorted at ECT before the launch. We just kind of slowly do that. I don't know. Like potentially see if there's any easier way, but it shouldn't be too bad, to be honest. Um, I'll be around that weekend a lot to kind of get people hired on. A lot of people will. So, if anyone is putting time into that transition, we'll get with it. Would be a new player guide for like completely new players or no? It's always a hard thing to go about. We can always try to make something for like the common commands. I think we've always talked about it. Something for like common commands and stuff like that. But to kind of just like give away a lot of stuff is kind of taken away from the RP, right? So we would probably make a really refined one on how to use certain systems. Uh, I mean, if you permit a character, I
No,
don't think you
no,
should bring it back,
no,
right? Because it's dead.
no, no, no.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no lore wipe and your character's dead. Play a new character. Give him up. Move on.
You're so dead, bro. Um, Dead as shit. So we'll take it to 5:45 here, and then we'll wrap it up, guys. So, but regardless, we appreciate everyone for stopping in for this meeting. We're super excited. That's crazy. That's
Chuck
crazy.
is fucking got his head blown off by Hefe. He's dead.
Um,
Sorry.
yeah. RIP Albert's dead too. We're actually renaming the bridge to Albert Hawkins Memorial Highway or El Jefe.
Memorial Bridge.
Yeah, so there'll be some kind of memorial for that bridge. I think there's a new outhouse for Sombra somewhere in Kyle that we're gonna rename. We'll put like a little sign that
Sombra?
says, Sombra. Yeah, she died as well. We'll do that.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
person. I was like, what are you talking about?
sorry. Um, so both will be remembered. Yeah, the Sombra shithouse. Perfect. Thank you, Hugo. Caesar is still alive. So, all right, guys, 3 more minutes. Any last questions, and we'll get out of here, guys. Like I said, we'll be pushing some stuff this week, getting everybody hyped, and if we have to release more information, things of that nature, we'll be doing that this week. Getting everybody ready for Friday, communicating with you guys, things of that nature. But plan for 7 p.m. EST, Friday the 17th. for when
Uh,
5.0 launches.
There is character swap without quitting. You just have to go to your apartment and third out your bed or your house and log the fuck out. Switch your character.
Huge, huge. Like I said, we listened. We listened, y'all. Everything. Ground up.
Somebody asked about a bridge going up, which triggered me to remember that there is a tugboat civ job now too, where you move barges around. And
Boom.
yes, you can use that boat to lift certain bridges, which you may be able to take advantage of and use for a heist if your guy's sitting there in a boat ready to
You
lift
know
the
what I'm
bridge in time,
saying?
bro.
I'm telling you, we looked into everything. You fucking, you got so many jobs. There's jobs we didn't even tell you guys about yet. Like, we got jobs. We got so much crim shit to do. Like, PD's got a bunch of new fucking toys. EMS got new toys. DOJ's got crazy new shit. Like, come on now. Tug parties for sure.
Hey.
Anything's possible, Tony. If like people have like suggestions for RP, anything's possible, dude. Just RP it out, I would say. When the time comes, we can help facilitate things.
I've looked into a gunsmith gun range business multiple times, but it's just I don't think there's I mean, I shouldn't say anybody, but a lot of people want to own it for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? They want to own it so that they get ahead and not to enhance others' RP per se.
Give the shorty a gun, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Or
hey,
just
here,
or
here,
just
boo.
feed their gang guns constantly. You know what I mean? Like it would have to be a pure civ, somebody that's not gonna fuck around type shit. But I think it would be cool to have in the style of Red M where you go to like an ammunition and some guys there that can like tint your gun or like pimp it out, maybe whatever, you know what I mean?
Ooh. First content update. You heard it here
Yeah, we'll
first.
see. Can't release everything.
Yeah,
Anyways,
right. All right, guys. Last little
you
moment
can
here,
use
guys,
the
for you
emote
guys.
menu quick if you want. That's new
Oh, true,
too.
true. Emote menu.
Leave,
Cleaner
land on
more.
the ground.
Little cleaner emote menu for you guys as well. Um, so all these interfaces have been kind of gone through. Oh my god. Um, oh,
Whoa.
oh, 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 oh. I think we got some like renamed uh you know there you go. All the VU ladies. Oh my god, pay for me, please. Please pay for me. Please, you want this? And then you got a little bit. So, we got, a lot of new things people can do.
Do your
A
running
lot easier to
slide thing,
use.
dude.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Anyone knows me, or you can just keybind that shit and hit them with a little bah. You know what I'm saying? Quit
That's crazy.
resisting. Quit resisting. You know what I'm saying? Hands up, motherfucker. So, all right, guys. Well, we could sit here and talk to you guys forever, but we appreciate everyone coming in. Hopefully, you guys got a good in-depth look at what we're trying to do here for 5.0. Of course, we can't get everything away, right? But hopefully, we answered people's questions.
Appreciate everybody that's rocked with us for the full year too and supported
Yeah,
the cause.
for
So.
sure. GRX was definitely a big boost up for the 5M side here, and it was awesome to see. And I think we built on our community that's already amazing and made it a more awesome. Oh my God, Doja Cat, a more awesome community here, and we appreciate everyone sticking through. We appreciate everybody for trying out 5.0. It's like I said, I said it from the start. It's a whole new fucking ground up, ready to rock and roll, new framework, fresh fucking everything looked into, you know. So we're excited to share with you guys. We're excited to make new stories on awesome new shit, and I mean, there's still so much we haven't even showed you. So um, with that, I think we'll end it there. I appreciate everyone for coming out. You guys have a good rest of your day. Go fly in, continue your stories, or whatever you guys do, whatever it may be. Much love to everybody. Shout out for everybody that's been working on this. Shout out for Mafia for putting in the work. Shout out for Jax for popping in here. W Jax. And shout out all you guys. We can't do this without you guys here, and we really appreciate our little people and the people that believe in the image that we're trying to create here. We've had a wild past year, and we're trying to have a super awesome one this year. So, um, it just means a lot, guys. We can't do it. Can't do it without y'all. So, we're here to make this place awesome for you guys and create these awesome stories. And we ain't going anywhere. So GRX on top, baby. GRX stay winning. W's in the chat for 5.0. Let's get some hype generated here. Let's go, everybody. Friday. Cancel your plans. Whole new experience. This is your time to break up with your significant others in character. Fresh new start. Gotta do it. You know, all new shorties out there for you. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys wrap up those stories. Get ready for 5.0. And we'll see you then, guys. You guys, anybody else up here? Jax, you got some wise words before we get out of here?
Make our pay great again.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes. Amen to that, guys. We're role playing. 5.0, we're role playing, baby. All right. We got a staff meeting here. We got to get out of here, guys. We stay here and talk forever, but we got some people on board. All right. So we'll see you guys. Take the party to Streets OOC. Start